Damsels and dragons, we're back!
Damsels and dragons.
Listen, anyone can be a damsel if they try hard enough. And are in enough need.
I thought you could only be a damsel if you weren't trying!
No, if you're trying hard enough,
Also,
you could be a damsel.
Drew, incorrect technically. A damsel's definition is a young, unmarried woman.
I didn't stutter.
So only women can be damsels.
So,
Men
should
who
I
can't
just say
help themselves are
hostages
just
then?
Thank you. Sure, go with that.
I don't want to go with that. That doesn't start with a D for D&D.
That's fair.
That's... I would say dickheads, but you all are the dickheads. The audience is clever and wonderful people. Granted, they're probably
We're
dickheads
humans.
as well, but they're dickheads to each other, not to me. Yet.
Everyone on the internet is a simp, therefore no.
All men are kings. If he breathes, he's a simp.
Right.
What a way to start this off. You can if you can't tell, I'm just happy to be back. I've missed the D&D.
I'm just happy to be.
Hey guys,
I'm just
I
happy
put
to
a milkshake video in Temptation.
God fucking damn it, Mad.
I would just like to very briefly show you the image that I just got from this video.
Oh god, this is gonna be great. Let's start with some
I should
memes.
bring it up on stream.
Let's start with some memes. You suck at cooking. The fucking title of it.
I'm not
Matt,
gonna look
can
at
you hurry
it
the
right
fuck
now.
up?
It's
Hey,
loading.
Matt, can you hurry the fuck up?
Let's
I'm gonna
start
keep
and
going
then you can
slower.
send it. Let's start and then you can send it when you get it. How about that?
He's
Oh, I
sending
have it
it
right
It's
now.
taking a year. Let's
Start
just
now.
ignore him.
So you guys remember where we left off?
That's a lot of mashed potatoes.
In a mirror and saw different. Well, everyone except Lethos looked in the mirror.
Yes, Arthos was scared. He didn't want to look in the mirror.
Scared.
Yes, he didn't know. He didn't want to see what he would see.
Couldn't be bothered.
I couldn't be
We had a
fucked.
mission, so it was just like we gotta continue with the mission, guys, or else the cunt is gonna
Fuck
end.
me.
But yeah, so yeah, mirror. Then
We
went
kinda
up
got
a secret
bullied
hatch.
into this, yeah.
Went up a secret hatch, found some weird statues
Hmm.
under black and white hoods, I believe.
Tarps.
Oh, sheets! Don't talk about white hoods!
Tarps.
You're the one that came up with that interpretation. But yeah. Black tops and white tops. And we pulled them off and they turned out to be these weird angels slash dwarven people.
Various humanoids in various states of animalism. Like, literally, like, there was a dwarf who had, I think it was boar fangs coming out of their lower jaw.
Yeah.
There was an alarm enchantment on the door, but it was part of the glyph of warning. So we disarmed that. We went through. We found a picture of Dorian Gray, and
Really good.
we just kind of left that alone. And now we're in the ballet room.
You're
And,
above the
ghost
ballet
ball
room.
dancing.
Yes, the ballet room is below you guys.
Yeah, this is still freaking me the fuck out.
It's fine.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Just imagine Earthos. It's totally fine. There are ghosts dancing in the ballroom beneath us. It's fine.
It's fine.
What? You don't always see ghosts dancing? No! No! No!
Well, you just gotta go with the times.
God, give it the time, sis.
God.
Oh, anyway. Okay, so we gotta figure out how the fuck we're gonna approach this.
There is a way down, and I believe I said that because there's an open space you can look down over the banister. And if you walk around the edges of it, there's a doorway to the left and a doorway to the right. And there's, again, on the far side of it, a stairway that goes down.
I figure we peek into those doorways just to get a gist of what's in there. Maybe go from there.
Cunt. Alright, I'm back.
Oh my god.
That's-
Oh my god. Oh my god!
That's his way of getting into Ryle's character.
The
Amazing.
best part is that it has not worked.
He's right, though.
It's
I hate it.
100% accurate.
What happened? Someone called me.
No,
Your
we were just
method.
talking about how accurate your method acting is.
Yes.
Oh. Goodness. Alright. Yeah, I'm with Venora on this one. Just like peek in the doors and see.
Crikey.
No!
Let's get a little looky-loo.
I'll go with Venora just in case some horrible shit happens.
You peek down the corridors. They seem to lead down hallways. If you peek down the leftmost hallway, you'll see. Are you guys like splitting up to look down each of them and like reporting back to each other? Or are you going to one and then going to the other?
Figured, honestly, that we were just gonna, like, report to each other.
Okay, so you're splitting up just so. However you want to split it.
Fluidly.
One of you is looking down the left.
I'm gonna lose fucking brain cells. Can we not please split up? I beg. Please.
You're in a place where you're currently not engaged in any kind of combat. You're fine with splitting up at the moment, as far as you know, but your characters wouldn't know that.
You're
We're
fine
not
with
going
losing
far.
brain cells.
Yes, you're not going that far. You
More
can
than
still see
20
each other.
feet away from each other.
Yeah, but then we can get Scooby Doo down like a fucking slide thing. I don't know.
You haven't seen any of those yet.
That could happen literally any time. It could happen while we're walking down the stairs too. We get shunted into those ghost ballroom dancers.
Yeah, but at least then the rest of us can come with promptly.
We're not far.
We're just taking a little pick, and then we're gonna come back.
All right. Who wants to go to which door?
Go left.
So Venora's going left.
I'm going with her, so.
Okay. So the boys will be going right? No. So you're standing right there in the middle like, no, we shouldn't split
No,
up.
I'm going with Venora.
Okay.
I'm going with the person that actually I think would be most useful to be in a fight. Like,
Earthos, are you going to go with them or are you going to go to the one on the right?
I guess I'll go with Earthos then.
I'll go one, well, which one is Rylan?
Ryle and Venora are going to the one on the left.
Might as well go left.
like
Okay,
if Ryle and
so the
Earthos
entire party
were-
goes left.
We all go left.
You all go left. Okay. So you decide not to split up. You go all left. Got it. Just, I wanted to make sure.
Look, if I just go in Earthos and something does weirdly happen and a fight busts out, it sounds like I'm just getting hit a lot while he shoots and gets sneak attack off. So,
I mean, that's what
Not
rogues do.
Wrong.
yeah, but now if I go with the Barbarian, we'll both be hit. So, it's sharing the love a little bit.
It's like when you were disappearing and reappearing as a sorcerer, not getting hit, while other people were soaking the damage.
Oh, that's a different character.
I know that's a
not my
different
problem.
character,
Yeah,
but I'm just
that's not
laughing
my
because it's just
problem.
like,
That technically is your problem because it's your character.
but that's from a
Yeah,
different
but-
campaign, different story. No
Hey,
worries.
that's not my problem.
If you don't know who this character is, watch our other stuff, and you'll find out eventually. We've got a lot of stuff on there, and it's hours
I mean,
long.
the turning invisible, flying, and and everything else trick has been done by me twice. It's one of my
Yes,
favorite builds.
you like the blink spell. I'm aware.
It's fun.
Blink.
Did you know Hexblades get blink?
Yes, I'm aware
yeah.
hexblades get blink. It's
Here, what do we see though?
Alright, so
Yeah.
looking down the left hallway, or the left hallway goes down ways. It has actually make a perception check, just real quick,
Yeah, okay.
because it is rather dark after 60 feet. So
Yeah, 22.
all right, you notice that a little ways past 60 feet, you'd say closer to maybe 100, 120. There is a part of it that looks not right. The way that your mind, hold on, let me explain. The way your mind essentially seems to process it for a moment is just, that don't look, oh, that's a hole in the floor.
Oh, well, I was gonna say it's not right because it went down the left hallway, but
I knew you were going to do some shit like that. I could feel it. I could smell it. No, yes,
No.
it's it appears that there is a hole in it, but it looks like there's probably a way you could move around it, and there's definitely a few rooms that possibly have interconnections to go around it along the way.
How long is this hallway? Like, does it stretch further than we can see down it?
You can see that at the let me put it this way: you can see us like up to 60 feet without too much difficulty. Then it gets darker. You can see round about where the hole is, but then further past it, you also see that there is a light that seems to be coming from a stairway.
Okay. Are there rooms before the hole, or are the rooms
Yes.
after the hole? Okay, so I'm gonna peek in there real quick.
Okay, so you're going to go in and peek in there.
No, I'm going to stand in the doorway. I'm gonna look in.
So you're going into the hallway to look in the doorway.
I thought I was already in the hallway at this
You're
point.
oh, so you okay? Just making sure.
Because I don't know how deep this hallway is.
I imagined you went up to stand in the entryway to the hallway to look into it. If you are going
Okay.
down it, that is something that you are telling me now. So you approach one of the doorways and look inside. From the look of it, it looks to be an old library, but one that, again, there's something about it that doesn't quite feel natural about it, but you can't place your finger on it without more light, because everything's in black and white, and you're just like, it just something feels off about it just looking in. So yeah, it is dark, completely dark in there. You have dark vision. I'm not forgetting that. But with the black, oh wait, you don't have dark vision, do you? Wait,
No,
goggles.
She has the goggles.
She has the goggles. So yeah, black and whites. Something feels off about it, but
Why are you making that noise?
I'm trying to see if there's anything in my kit that I can light.
if you have an
Besides a
explorer's,
torch.
yeah, besides a torch, yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, something that I can just like turn
Okay,
on or
so
off.
excuse me. I'm gonna cast a light spell on your fucking weapon.
Alright, cool.
All right, you cast a light spell. You hold the weapon up and kind of lean in just to peek in, see what you can see. The bookshelves have books on them. The bookshelves and all of the books are made of stone.
What?
Like
Don't
there's
like it.
scrolls made of stone.
Okay.
Is there any bookshelf near the door that I could just like reach in and grab one?
No, you'd have to enter the room. Also, there, as you light up the room and show it, there's something off a little bit, there's the door, which is to your, it opens and it will be on your left side, I suppose it would be. So it's kind of obscuring, but if you lean in a little bit, you can see that there appears to be some thing that was in the shadows, which appears to be a humanoid form that is unmoving.
Oh, bitch. Okay. I turn back to everybody and I say,
Alright, so books. Lots of books, some kind of library. Lots of scrolls and tomes, but they're all stone. It's all stone. All the books are stone. Also, there is some kind of figure in the far corner,
Unmoving.
not moving. Might be a similar situation to what we found earlier.
Yo, it's a weeping angel.
Shut up! No!
It's a weeping angel.
I'm not the biggest fan of books at the best of times, but I really don't like books that I can't read, and I can't say that whatever made the books unreadable isn't in there, so maybe go see what's in the other hallway before we go further.
Something tells me it's gonna be worse.
Well, maybe not. Probably, but maybe not.
and I will see if they're down for going to the other hallway, just to get a little peek.
So you guys are going to the right hallway now? Okay. So you guys walk out. Light spell still up?
Yeah.
Is that concentration?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. That's
Dancing
bad.
lights is concentration.
Okay.
But that's because you can make them little globules that do not give quite as much light, so you can be a little more covert with it. Unless you turn it into a small humanoid-looking entity. which you can actually do with that.
What if you just have that and then you have him like spinning in the middle of the air?
You can do that. Yeah. So you go around. When you peek down the right hallway, it goes down a ways. Towards the end of it, there's a lot more light that seems to be permeating from the far end, which appears to open out into a more open-looking area that, from what you can see, appears to have glass scattered across the floor. There are a few rooms leading to that bigger room, but you can tell it's glass because of the way there's light from outside that is streaming through and hitting across various pieces. And some of them look like they're just like standing up slightly, like they were part of a bigger structure that shattered.
Okay. I'll start peeking into some of the room.
Okay. First room you peek into, floor is completely just gone, and there's scattered bits of stone on the ground underneath. One of the pieces of stone looks vaguely like a humanoid's head, but crushed slightly.
Is it big or is it like
Medium.
man size? Okay.
Medium creature sized.
Okay.
So like it'd be
But-
not your head size, more closer to Earthos head size.
Big question. When you say there's no floor, none floor, you mean I can see?
You are looking
down into
to
the
you
floor
are looking
below it?
downstairs. There's a room downstairs you are looking at right now that is covered
Cool.
with dust, and like there's some boards that slide downwards that like it clearly part of the floor of this room collapsed, and it looks like part of the wall and into the other room also collapsed as well.
Okay. Anything else of note? Like anything on the ceiling that looks like it dropped or?
On the ceiling, no, but underneath it, it looks like they're actually would you know? Would you know? You might know. I don't think you know. I want to say you don't know. Make
It's up to
an
you.
are any of you proficient in Arcana?
Not. Silveros might be.
Yeah,
I will
he
check
is.
Silveros.
I'm pretty sure Arcana is one of the things the target gave him.
I may not be proficient, but I know magic.
This one would need an Arcana check just for how old it is.
Old shit.
With proficiency is the main thing. We'll roll for Sil. Wow, not bad.
Oh, that's the big Arcana.
Yep.
What?
Silveros will be able to tell you that the reason why it looks strange is because part of the floor it didn't just fall in, it was blown apart, most likely by a thunder spell, possibly even shatter. Meaning something was happening below, and the spell shatter was likely cast at some point, causing it to collapse years and years and years ago. But there's still pieces of it where there's like a whole chunk of it that is missing. That is how he's able to piece that together.
Alright.
Which thunder spell I
So-
can't say specifically, but
Can't really go in there.
I mean you
Okay.
can. It's just you'd have to slide down, and you would be downstairs and have to go into the ballroom to go to the stairs to go up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ain't doing that. So I'll relay that to the party, and then I'll suggest we check out a couple more rooms in this hall. There's no hole. There's no hole in this hall, right?
Not in the hallway, no. Only in
I
the
mean,
room
there's a
so
hole
far.
right there.
Yes, that's why I said it is in the room, but not in the hallway.
And did the other hole look like this one?
You didn't check.
Okay.
You saw there was a hole,
Alright.
and you kind of just peeked into the room and were like, let's go the other way first.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to toss people over the hole. How big was it? How big did it look?
You'd have to toss people or jump. Or you could have checked the other rooms to see if there, like, you didn't fully check the room. You opened, like, you, like, peeked in the door, saw that there was a form in there, and kind of backed out and were like, let's go the other way. So you don't know if there's a way around the hole through the rooms or anything like that.
Alright. So, what are the other rooms?
There is one other room besides the one on the opposite side that is more collapsed floor. Make a perception check, anyone who wants to, for the second part of the collapsed room.
That's 19.
That's not bad at all. Anyone else want to roll? Oh, 17.
Yeah, I'll roll perception.
15. Hey.
Nice, nice.
Rolled an 11. Nice.
Vatha's just looking to look. She ain't saying shit. She's just looking.
Yo, she's Ryle's eyes, man.
I know.
I built Vatha for perception.
Mhm.
Ryle's not built for perception.
Yeah.
Vatha is.
Yeah? You're seeing all she's seeing. She doesn't have to tell you anything. Unless you're like, hey, what do you see? You're really that, you know.
That's usually what she does. If she sees something, she points it out.
Well, she's not seeing anything that's not easily seeable at the moment, but I'm waiting on Paris real quick. Is Paris here?
Nice.
Is Paris here?
I don't think so. She'd probably roll one if we wanted to, though.
I'm back.
There she
Welcome
is.
back.
Perception check if you would like to.
Hold up. Wow, what the fuck?
A big perception.
Everyone's just like, what is happening in here?
Oh no, you guys are all looking down into here. You do notice that there, like from the other part of the room, there was a a cracked and shattered statue. In this room, there's another statue, but this one looks like when the floor, like you can tell that it is intact and that the floor hit it and broke around it.
Oh dear.
You mean the statue got dropped and shattered the floor around it, but it's still like...
No,
Gucci.
the floor fell on top of the statue, and the statue's basically you see part, like the only reason you all see it is because you see part of it like sticking up. It's like, okay, that's weird, but okay. But you are all able to get a good enough angle to see that there's the face of a statue that is poking out from the underneath the floorboards, and there's a bit of it that you can also see that it looks like it is unbroken, and that the floor likely hit it, but the statue's fine as far as you can see. You'd have to go down and inspect it to see,
Fuck
but
that shit, bro.
basically.
Can we tell what the statue's...
Not without going down to
looks like?
inspect it.
Not without going down. Alright, what's the... nothing else in the room, interesting-wise?
Not on this floor. On the other
Yeah,
floor,
fair.
there's the statue, and there might be other things in the rubble, but you have to go down there to
Yeah.
see.
Alright. We all want to check out that last room? At the end of the hallway?
Yeah, let's check out this
Yeah,
hell.
right.
Alright.
I detect a simp!
What I do?
Shut.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh no.
Hey, is that a Taru voice I hear?
That's why I said simp.
When is in the equation, there are no one person more of a simp. Maybe if you combine people, but
Here's
It's
the thing.
token
She's-
Asian. She's here.
It's the Chad playing the simp.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
oh no.
Chads do drink White Claws, so it makes sense.
If someone
White
has
Claw.
a pot to your house and you can drink it for free, you drink it.
See what I tell you, boys.
But you don't go out and buy it.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
You'll be happy to know that Silver has succeeded in Arcana check. So
Oh, he
is-
did?
Yes, he figured out that the floor of the room that you guys were peeking into likely was taken out by a thunderous spell, most likely source being shatter, but that's just an assumption. It's very old with what likely happened. Also, there is another room, and then there is the big room with the shattered glass. So there's one other room if
Okay.
you wanted to peek down into that one first.
yeah, I reckon.
You peek into that room. That room is very, very dusty, but it appears to be some kind of dressing room. There's a few immaculate mirrors with a little stool for having them, stand on and such. The mirrors, they're not broken. They're dusty for sure. Like you can't see your reflection in it at all because they're completely dusted over. But beyond that, there's very, very old, very completely faded clothes that are just kind of hanging of various different sizes, from small creatures to larger creatures, more in Benroar's range than in. No, like this room actually does actually go when you actually look in and look up. This is a big room, and there are actually some that you would guess might be closer to giant size.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very.
Closer, but not actually giant sized, if that makes sense. More of a large creature size.
Or like ogre size.
Yeah.
Alright. I relay that to the party. Mirrors, bunch of clothes, my size and above. Very dusty, doesn't look like anybody's coming in here for a while. We move on, I suppose. Nothing really of interest right now.
Up to you guys.
Yes, move on.
Okay.
What we got in this last room?
This last room, you enter in, and as you do so, you can kind of get a basic gist of the room. The room appears to have been some kind of, likely some kind of high, not nobility, yeah, but not like kingly or anything like that. Nobility, though. As the glass on the floor appears to have come from a chandelier that is completely rusted over, and the part that would have held up the glass has rolled over more towards the corner of the room. There is a very worn, not broken, very still intact, but very worn, very aged altar on the right side of the room, nearby to a bed, and with a writing desk on the left-hand side, as well as the writing desk is near to what appears to be a it looks like a balcony, but you also remember that this is supposed to be a temple, which is
Right.
interesting. So you can look at this as you wish.
I'll relay that.
I think we might want to look in here at least for a minute. It's not every day you see someone's bedroom in the middle of a temple.
Also, because I know you guys will want to know where you guys can peek into things, there is a door that appears to be like almost closet-like on the right-hand side, and at the end of the bed there is a trunk, and there's a nightstand on either side of the bed.
Oh, this is his bedroom. Or
Okay,
hers,
Chris.
or his, yeah.
You never know. Theirs.
This is a theirs bedroom.
You don't know.
What
There's
the
at least
fuck?
2 people. You don't have 2 nightstands where you're just yourself.
I mean, maybe you're just extra.
I mean, if you're gonna be that extra, you just build a big nightstand.
Sleep on the nightstand.
I'm gonna go look out that balcony real quick.
Okay. You go and you walk to the balcony. Looking down the balcony, you can see that this does not lead to a balcony that would lead like to look outside, but looks more down towards a another open area. It appears that this one appears to be more chapel-like, similar to the room that you first entered into. This one seems to be more ceremonial in some other ways. You're not sure exactly what it is that was meant to go on here. Anyone who's proficient in religion who is looking can attempt to check that out. Right now,
Genora, I know intelligence good.
I hit. I don't gotta worry about praying.
okay. Jeez.
Die!
You may have double my proficiency modifier, but we rolled the same thing, motherfucker.
Oh my god!
Most of the not one, and I guarantee you I wouldn't have been able to roll that well.
Based off of what it looks to be, at the far end of the room, there's some kind of seat. It's either it's highly unlikely that this is some kind of throne. It might be more of a place of like judgment or officiating in some way. the room does have what appears to be a few different places for seating oneself or for kneeling. The thing is, the chair at the end of the room looks like it's like attached onto a trio of statues that are all of these angelic figures. One of them looks to be one that is placed right behind it with a sword just planted right behind the chair that has a blindfold over them. The other one is holding out a hand that is covered with vines, and not like natural vines, although there are a few of those on there as well. It is mostly stone carved vines, so this was part of the actual statue. While the other one on the other side holds out a hand that looks like it's basically saying no, stay away, basically, and has a basically looks like a baton, like a club in their other hand.
Anyone else mildly put off by this?
I raise my hand.
Maybe we should just leave the room.
Well, we gotta go through one of them.
I want a rifle first.
There are no guns here.
You speak for yourself, but I'm packing 2 fucking pistols right here.
You don't have 2 penises.
I think she's referring to her arms, but I hope she's referring to her arms.
Well, to be fair, they're more like cannons, but I'm gonna go over to the nightstand.
Either
See
that or
what's
she
up
has
there.
very long nipples, but yeah, sorry, go on.
You're going over to which first?
I'm gonna go over to whichever nightstand is closest to me, I suppose.
Okay, that'd be on the one, probably more on the left side. Okay, and there's just 2 drawers.
All right, I pull open both drawers at once.
Okay.
I'll just grab them.
You can't see anything on the bottom one. Granted,
Oh.
as you pull them out, they how do I put this? They kind of fall apart a little bit.
Oh, they're not like drawers you can like fully pull out.
Oh no, they're drawers you can fully pull out. I just mentioned that they were old and weathered,
Oh yeah.
and you said
The
you
old
just
and
pull them
weathered,
out.
I mean, falling apart.
Yes, as in when you pull on them, they have not been used in a long time. So one of them, the door that's part of it just pops off,
Oh sweet.
and the other one rolls out and just kind of just clops down onto the floor, just like the bottom part of it just bump, as something
Alright.
heavy on the more towards the front just basically falls through the bottom.
I want to hacky sack it.
Wait.
Probably not. I'm gonna say no because you wouldn't have known that was gonna hit the ground.
Yeah, but I have danger sense, so I figured I had decent
That's-
reflexes.
Danger sense is for things attacking you. This isn't a
Well,
danger.
technically, it's for traps.
Yeah, this isn't a trap.
Fine, I just try and catch it on my foot.
Roll a dex check.
Alright.
Sleight of hand if you're proficient.
I sure as hell am not. I'll quick slide hand if you want me to.
If you want to.
Hey, that's a 14.
Still hits the ground. So you kind of just kick the side of it, and you're like, "Ow, ow, ooh, fine.
Alright, cool, what is it?
Oh, wait, you kicked it. Nah, it's heavy enough. It appears to be a gemmed brooch, a pretty hefty one from the look of it.
Is it like a design, or is it just like setting?
No, it is designed. This one appears to be. It's how do I put this? Gold inlaid over a ruby to look like a phoenix.
Oh shit, boys, got some bling. What about the drawer that the front just popped off? Like, I'll pick up the brooch. Like,
Yep.
that's pretty cool. But what about the other thing?
The other thing, looking into it, looks like it's mostly like this flat, heavy. Do you reach in, like, try and pull it out
Gently, yeah.
gently? Okay. Your hand slides across stone, and as you
Okay, big.
pull it out, you realize that these are all what likely at one point were bound papers or notes
Oh.
of some sort, but they've basically fused together as a stone slab.
Oh, bitch. Can I read the top one?
Yeah. It is written in a language you do not read, though.
Ah, sucks.
Can I look
How's
over his shoulder?
You read Celestial.
Ah. What does it say?
The Judgment of Thaddeus.
Thaddeus dies!
He's here.
The
My
prophet.
son. My son is here.
He went too fast. He broke too many laws of speed. Too many speeding tickets. They had to arrest him eventually.
It essentially gives an account of known written down misdeeds and is a attempt at finding whether he is guilty or innocent.
How many speeding tickets?
They're not speeding tickets. No, he has been granted. One of them is eluding the guards and the various search parties put out for him. There's a number of tally marks next to that.
There it is.
But there is also
How many is it?
parts where it says destruction of property.
Fast.
There's also essentially it's not written like this, but you guys can interpret it as hit and run.
You're not helping your case.
What do you mean I'm not helping my case?
Nothing
is the
you
guy
said so
don't do
far
that.
doesn't sound like it's actually. He's gone. What? Tara, where are you going?
Sorry, gave up on life.
No.
Nothing you've said so far doesn't make it sound like it's actually just Thaddeus that does.
Oh, either
I
way.
scared Taru off.
Taru, come back. You can blame it all on.
No,
No,
she can
it's
blame
his
it.
fault. He even admitted it.
Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
What else do you
Blame
rather
it on
any?
North Shore.
One other thing says that he also broke people out of prison.
Oh. Oh dear.
So
Use a getaway fee.
Okay, so can I tell how old this looks, if that makes sense? Or do you have an idea of how old this looks?
not you.
Oh.
Someone else could attempt to.
Sorry, I'm Taru.
Sim-
Taru, I'm sorry
Me?
for scaring you off, by the way. Taru, I'm sorry
Oh.
for scaring you off of what I said.
Yeah, you knocked out my entire Wi-Fi with that
You were too
He was going
intimidated
too
by me.
fast. I couldn't keep up.
shit. Sorry, what's he checking the age of?
Basically stone tablet, but it used to be paper. But it all got fused in one thick ass stone, essentially packet. But
Yeah.
I can only read like the top one.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, he would want to know everything about that.
Yeah. You can look it over. Trying to
Talking
guess.
about a really fast boy.
Yeah, trying to guess the age of it. It doesn't have a date on it. I'm not going to give you any hints as to who can try and figure this out.
Oh, okay. You said it's celestial, right?
It is written in Celestial, yes.
What's the front say again?
It is a accounting of one Thaddeus, who has been known for eluding the Kingsguard, the guardsmen of various cities. There's a number of tallies next to various ones of those for hitting people while on the run, causing them to fall into peril, destruction of property, as well as breaking people out of prison.
On a Ryle, are you reciting this to Ryle?
Oh, he'll say it out loud. Destruction of property.
The hoodlum that Ryle is internally. Does he know anything about this?
About this particular person? No.
I don't know. Or anything ringing a bell?
Not of this particular person.
Alright. Ryle just starts looking at other things then.
How could he figure out the age of this? You said it's turned to stone, right?
Yes.
So isn't there like a proficiency in like stonework or something? What is it called?
Mason.
Mason's
Masonry?
tools.
Yeah.
That would probably give me a high advantage, right?
Actually, wouldn't Ryle
Also
know? Doesn't he
dwarves
get the
get
stone cutting?
There's also the fact to tell the age of something. Sometimes you can do a history check.
True. Yeah, I could just do a straight history check, but I didn't know if that would be better.
I have both that and that. I'm good at looking at shit, but
Yeah, actually, you can make a history check. You can consider proficient. Yeah, I mean, we could just hand this to him and see if he knows.
Mason work would tell him the age of when it became stone, but not the tech.
Yeah?
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I could do either.
What if you both do it?
Yeah.
What if you like? What if you tag team it?
Maybe we should give it to Ryle first. He can check the age of the stonework, probably.
I mean, Ryle's not offering to do this. You guys have to ask him. He's moved on.
Do we?
He got bored.
Yeah. Do we know he's good at that?
We know
Yeah.
because you check the stats
you know.
in that other room.
Well, you might not. Those people have seen Ryle's eyes light up physically. And
Next to
know
the
things.
statue, when you mentioned it was priceless.
Yeah. So, like, Ryle's good at looking at things. I love Ryle's greatest talent is just looking at things. But he has the attention span of a fly.
Fuck that.
So
A
he's
fly
just
has
looking
a
at other things.
fly has a bigger attention span than this.
So is someone gonna ask Ryle to look at it or no?
Are you?
Ryle,
What? Cunt. He turns around.
we need just stone fetish, you dick.
What do you need?
You're a stone fetish.
So you need me for something?
Yeah,
Say it again, then. I want to hear you say it again.
we need your stone kink, please.
No. He just looks around.
You called me a cunt. That was expected.
Come for me, asking me for help, insult me, fuck off. He just goes about his day. He just looks at other things in the room, like the walls or
I
something.
feel like a rock hitting you in the back.
He has half plate on. He doesn't take much mind.
Okay. If we're looking at how old this is, the documents themselves, then probably not. Stonework wouldn't give you everything. Would something like a nature check would be best then?
Up to you. If you want to try and roll a nature check, you can certainly try.
Yeah, because a nature check that might show how old the parchment is, or both. I don't know. I don't know.
I want to find out.
If we're judging the physical properties of this, I think nature check is more accurate.
Go for it. My head is itchy.
I'm gonna guidance myself for this.
Okay.
What is it? D4? Yeah. Okay, and then it's nature with a D4.
That's pretty good.
He's a smart boy.
That's 21.
With a 21, you would guess it's probably within the range. It's old, like it's hundreds of years old at least.
That's all I get?
Yeah, you don't get the exact age. It is
Hey, Guru.
old. Yes.
Guru, I'll look at it for like a minute. Can I just learn how much it's worth? I like money.
It's stone. You could probably sell it for maybe like a couple silver pieces at most.
A statue that big? And that
No,
much
it is a statue of like paper. It's like a small stack of paper.
It's like if someone took a piece of, like a stack of parchment and turned it to stone.
Like
Yeah,
someone
that's
can
still a
turn a note.
statue.
It's technically still a statue, but for
Oh,
what is
I've
written on
seen
and such,
these.
yeah.
Wait,
Hmm?
I tilt it.
You tilt
yeah,
it.
I like grab it and tilt it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
'Cause if it's carved right,
Mm-hmm.
can't it like move left and right kind of thing? Out of paper, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I've seen like the paper statues where like they bend it kind of.
This does not bend. But you can when you put your hand on it, you can almost feel like where if you like run your hand over like where the side of paper is where there's a stack of them, you can almost feel those ridges in it. This probably had like a good maybe 50 or so papers stacked together before it was turned to stone.
Yeah, I try to tilt it, sure.
Yep, tilting it does not change it.
I lay it on its side.
Is it turned to stone because of? I don't. I don't think paper naturally turns to stone after so long. So
No.
What the fuck did you just say?
it doesn't.
You could-
doesn't happen.
You could potentially roll Arcana, maybe? If
It's-
something magical. Fuck it up.
Fossilization's a different process.
Yeah, this is not fossilization based off the
Yeah,
nature
this is
check.
not
This is
stone.
just
From the
stone.
ground.
Yeah.
Also, Ryle?
so-
Ral, I will say that with your looking at it, if this was carved in cursive.
How
What
the
the
fuck
fuck?
does that work?
It doesn't.
Yeah. Is it turned? Is it kind
No,
of?
I just don't know what that means, Guru.
It means that it is
It means
basically
It was
as a
paper
dwarf.
before.
As a dwarf, you would know that carving into stone generally, unless you're doing it really flowy and like elvish, which has a little bit that can be
Coward's work?
coward's work, however you want to put it. It's not fast.
Zora.
It doesn't get it done in
Snap
the
into both of you.
proper speed for what it could be done. This is a different language than you're used to seeing. I don't know if you read Celestial, but regardless, that is something that's not the most easy to look at and be like, yeah, it's easy to carve. But then it's also written in a way that's a lot more flowy and elegant. A lot more penmanship looking.
Why are we looking at this? He just looks at the party.
Is it kind of a similar you said turned to stone? Is it turned to stone in a similar way as the statues in that first room, like the people? Is there any way to tell?
I can identify it.
Like basically, if what happened to those people happened to this paper.
Possibly.
Sure, Guru, I'll try to identify it.
Alright. It has the same spell that is on it. These ones are minorly under the effect, meaning that they're not as deeply under it, but they are connected to some other anchor point. Meaning that if you
There,
find that
get
one,
our paper expertise person to come ask it about it.
Paper expertise.
You have a paper thing on you.
That's true.
It liked you for some reason instead of
Ah!
Rengen, so it's on you.
The little crane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stuck on Cassie?
Yeah, it didn't like Rengen.
Oh, weird.
He treated it like a pet, so maybe that's why.
Rengen treated it like a business partner.
I didn't know Cassie still had that.
it pokes its head out. It's just been here, just in her bag, just.
Vibing.
This is Silveros' first time seeing it then, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. He hasn't seen anything like that before, has he?
Ooh. Has he done?
Say again. Seeing this creature? Probably not.
Yeah. Does he know what it is?
Has
Is there any way
yeah.
he can figure it out?
Roll an Arcana check.
Because that is something.
Why does this imbecile have it?
I just this is something he probably liked. That's all I'm thinking.
It's a tiny little creature. It seems harmless enough.
Okay. He doesn't know what it is though.
You guys got that from the
Old Capitol Library.
Yeah.
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 This is something that you would not have seen for quite some time, at the very least.
I mean, it construct.
It is a construct. You know that, but it is one that has not been seen, at the very least, for some time.
Oh, so definitely rare and old.
Old, yes.
Oh, he's interested.
I love that he seems more interested on that thing than the fucking artifacts we have around our necks.
It's amazing,
I'm
ain't it?
Curious, but he's a nerd, but his specialty is history. He likes old things.
I'll kind of
These
move it
things are older.
to-
Who knows what, probably.
I'll move it
Kinda
to
like these papers and go over to the other drawer. Sorry.
Can I not be heard?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. I'll move it to the front of the page. Do you know anything about this?
Kind of looks at it. Let's see if it can do something. Oh, it's not bad.
I know that noise.
It kind of scurries down and unfolds itself into a flat sheet of paper, and kind of like floats down, lands onto it, and kind of like just stays on it for a second.
Turns us out.
Kind of seems to, it seems like make an impression of itself for a second, and then words start to kind of go across its form, like in ink. And at first you're like, oh, yeah, no, we've already read this, Thaddeus. And then as soon as it ends, it stops and it fades away. And then another line starts popping up, but this one says,
Oh, badge.
Hidar.
He
Crime-
died.
No, Hidai. I'll spell it for you just because I know you'll want to.
Oh my god. Because I thought you said he died. I'm
No,
like,
no.
what?
Hithai. Wanted for crimes of arson, disturbing the peace, murder in the first degree,
Oh,
defamation of political figures. There's a number of other counts on there, basically just listing off. And this one actually has a seal that shows up on it that says executed. Then it slowly fades away. Another name pops up.
Just going through the whole stack. Silveros is looking very closely at this.
Yes.
it's a list of villains.
Might I remind us that, we're currently searching for, page. Magical monster page. Yeah.
Oh,
Also, you guys hear that from where the balcony was.
What, like a sound?
what is that?
I'm a turn.
It's a
I'm
gun
saying.
Cox.
No.
We about to get JFK.
You guys turn around. There's no one else in the room.
Fuck this. Wow, just starts walking out of the room.
You guys heard it from where the balcony was, like in that room.
What was the sound?
Like where we came from? The other end of the hallway?
No, as in you're in the room where the balcony is. There's that big room that you were looking into, and from that room
okay.
you heard this like.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna rest my axe next to the wall where the balcony is, and I'm gonna like crouch and like peek through.
Make a stealth check.
Nah,
Alright.
fuck that. I'm walking in.
You just walk to the balcony.
Yeah.
Alright, doesn't make much sense for me to make a self
Yeah, I
check.
was trying to say something.
What was the sound?
The sound of a door opening
At the balcony.
from the room that the balcony overlooks.
I will walk over to the balcony.
Okay.
I'll follow after him.
Stealth.
No stealth.
Well, I was just walking in, so there's almost no point.
While he's
I mean,
not
there is a
listening.
point. There is a point, and that's getting advantage on an attack if something pops off.
That's fair. My stuff is bad, so this is gonna be shit.
They'll see
I'm
me.
just walking
See
in
me.
though.
Okay, maybe they might see me.
Yeah, I did say my stuff was bad.
+3 is not bad.
No, I nat one.
I'm aware of what you did, Paris.
We know what you did.
Okay.
Turns out they have 5 wisdom.
Okay.
Even Z would see Cassie right now.
Right.
You guys know how I do it when it comes to stealth checks like this, so
Oh,
What do I
okay.
count as rolling since I don't roll stealth, Guru?
Nothing.
No, it's not that you don't count as nothing. Counting as nothing would be.
Well, no, moving
Beneficial?
separate from the group is the thing. So, does that just not count towards the group at all?
You're wearing half plate, aren't you? Are you wearing
Yep.
mithril half plate? No.
No, my family wouldn't give me that. I'm wearing
Nope.
fire resistance half
Yep.
blade.
Nope. Yep. So
I'm just walking,
no, I'm aware.
like, and I walked like before the group, so that's why I'm like.
No,
maybe
you're
they'll
fine.
Just see me and
Yep.
not them.
Nope. No, you're fine. Okay. Yeah. When you walk away, the construct folds back into a little paper. Just crane just flies into your bag and just gets back to being comfy. Yeah. The crane flew back to Cassie when she started to leave.
Oh, okay, then Solaris will just follow.
Okay.
Appointment
Wait,
is
can
real.
Can I keep the stone papers?
If you want, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna keep them.
So, Ryle, since you just are at the balcony, just
Yeah.
standing there,
With Bothell on my side, yes.
1 second.
Oh,
Forgot
fuck, hang
about
on.
Botha, didn't you?
Maybe. Ah,
Fuck you, Hill!
even better. Oh, thank you, Paris. Thanks. Okay.
Why do I have 9 Electrum? I'm guessing that's supposed to be silver.
It probably is
Oh,
supposed to
boy.
be silver, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
If it
right.
would.
Okay. So, Ryle, you
Yeah.
like just move up to the balcony, Vatha at your side, just looking in, just trying to see what the hubbub's about. Underneath you, you see 2 large forms moving about.
Alright.
Venrora sized, one might even say,
Who
Nah.
he says it.
because they're furbolgs.
Alright. Weren't we warned about Foibolgs?
It had been discussed.
What about them?
Causing trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, make it double, I guess.
You can't fully see them from where you're at, Venrora, so you can't verify who or what tribes or anything like that they are. But they're moving through towards the 3 statues. As you're there, Cassie kind of bangs her foot against something. And you see one of them like pull out a crossbow, like they're looking around. They don't immediately look up. So for the moment, they haven't seen you, but they're alerted that something and someone is there. I'm actually going to roll something real quick.
Well, let's see if I have a way of figuring out if they're violent. Oh, I can't. Top of the balcony.
Okay, yeah. I'd apologize, but you did startle them. You take 21 points of piercing damage as he crit you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, at first roll, natural 20. He leans up just right into you.
Okay. I'm fine.
Wow.
And in Giant, he starts to yell to his friend who also sees it. Looks up, he sees you, Cassie, because of your nat 1. He also sees you. Slaps the other guy. It's like basically makes like a go on move, and they basically started booking it out through the door they came through.
I cast a spell.
Okay, what are you spelling casting?
So how big is the doorway?
It is 10 foot by 10 foot.
Alright, so about 10 points. Yeah. Yeah, sure, that. Yeah. 21 to hit.
That will hit. Which one are you aiming at? The one who shot you or the other
7
one?
cold. The one that shot me.
Okay, yep. He is slowed down. His friend moves faster than him. You
And then I
you definitely
just
hear
go
him
back and
cursing.
intercept. Yeah, I just told Vatha to intercept.
Venrora, he is saying not nice things in Giant.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Vatha is going down to land in front of him. It will take a
Yeah.
dash action to do so.
Okay.
Alright. Marvelous. His friend is going to leave him. This guy is going to realize his position, and he's going to essentially stop before... I'm guessing Vatha stops like a little ways in front of him to cut him off.
Yeah.
So yeah, he like comes to a full stop, and he's going to shoot her because she got in his way. That is a 26 to hit
That hits.
for 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he does not have that, so he can't do that again. But he is then going to, instead of going towards the door, he's going to cut to the right and try and basically run towards the back of the room, back towards the statue. Paris, you are flying down. You'd also be able to land in front of him. Yeah, he's still running.
Hey, Guru, can I try to
We're
land on him?
Who?
The guy running.
You're trying to land on him?
Yeah.
The other guy?
No, the guy that's no.
Yeah, he's running away from you, so you wouldn't be able to jump onto him.
So we're in front of the door.
The door was to your, like, looking off the balcony, it was immediately to your left. There's another door towards the back, but that's more of a huge creature door.
Okay. Okay, whatever.
I'm also going to roll initiative, so we can keep turns in line with everyone.
4.
Just so we basically know who's moving first.
Yes.
Oh, you said 4's number. Okay, my bad.
So, yeah, so far everything is as it should be.
I don't know if Silveros is gonna do anything, but in case he does.
Ah, shit. Sorry.
Silveros cast Raise Dead.
How wouldn't that be?
Hang on 1 second.
Lux is just better than me at everything right now. I will say this. When she lands to block him off, her hands are kind of up in the I'm not trying to hurt you.
Just due to turn initiative, you're behind him slightly.
Ah!
So you're not, like, you having your hands up and whatnot is great and whatnot. He's running.
If I'm behind him when I land, then no, I don't have that up. He can't see me.
Yeah. That's why I figured I'd let you know. But before we get to you landing, Ryle would have a turn. So Ryle, what would you be doing? He is booking it towards the back.
Am I more back than him currently, since he ran towards the front?
Yeah, he had been running towards the front. Vatha landed and cut him off. He's now running towards the back.
Yeah, so can I try to hop down and grab him?
You're towards the front. He's running to the back, so he ran away from you.
So he was running towards me.
Yes. Vatha landed in front of him, and now he's running away from you.
So why'd she have to dash?
To land in front of him.
Yeah.
To
but
cut him
why'd
off.
She have to dash. But if we're in front of him already, if he was running
I
towards
think
us.
we're.
You're up into the air.
How
They're
high in the air?
Like a good 50, 60 feet.
Oh, hell, I'm not gonna be able to jump this.
You can
Yeah,
try.
No, I didn't. Never. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. You can escape. I don't give a shit.
I
I
can.
can't do anything, so I'm good. Yeah, Val's not doing anything.
Yeah, I thought I could do this theater of the mind, but apparently I need to just quickly.
Well, I didn't know it was that far fucking down, so I would
didn't
have
ask.
initiated if I didn't know we could get in a fight, I wouldn't have initiated. we can't get in a fight if they're so high in the air.
I don't like white. This white background
So-
blinds my eyes. It's just pure white.
Yeah,
Bad.
I'm not doing anything though. Yeah.
This is worse. Why is orange worse?
Orange is a bright color.
I thought it would be more like brown.
The sun.
Here comes the sun. Fuck, 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 fuck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Move you guys to the right position here. Move, damn you. That is upsetting.
It's not like it has to be anything complicated.
I'm not
just
doing
a
anything
general
complicated. I'm just
area.
trying to get it to move its ass. So the purple is where you guys would be on the balcony.
Okay.
Green,
Brown is all the bottom floor.
yes. Green is this doorway. There's another doorway up here that is also in green. Which actually is not there. It is meant to be... Oh yeah, you...
What?
When I tried to move the other one, it didn't let me touch it. But this one's to me like, oh yeah, you can turn me and change where I can go wherever you want.
I just heard you and then this growl akin to a terrier.
Am I not akin to a terrier?
No, you're too big.
Oh, okay. I'll do pink for the statue.
You're like an angry
Okay, just called
greyhound.
you a fat ass.
I wish I could say that and not know immediately it was a lie.
That I'm a what?
That you're a fat ass.
No, I'm too skinny.
You weigh like fucking 120 pounds wet and you're 6
You
foot.
are a tall drink of water, though.
Eat mineral water.
I need more water in my diet.
Salty.
Oh yeah, no.
It's not salty.
Salt is a mineral.
Mineral water is not inherently salty.
I'd say that.
You know what it is, Dasan.
I can tell you right now it's not inherently salty just because my friend owns a well and keeps bringing it.
Dasani is very salty.
God, it's fucking.
No trust.
Don't
I
trust
said this-
Dasani.
I said Dasani is very fucking gross, and she said trust.
Don't trust. Go for Zephyr Hills water.
I don't know what that is.
Just saying.
Alright. Eh.
I honestly think Gurus made this map and we're pretty much not even about to use it.
No, Cassie would have still headed down.
Yeah, but we wouldn't need a map for this.
I think this works fine. It was too complicated trying to figure it out otherwise.
Yeah, and also it is actually double spaced. Just to make that clear as well. For the running to the back. So he's not able to actually get super far, but
Okay, so there's
just for the
one dude
visual of
there.
it. So we're gonna...
Where's the other guy?
Other guy, hold on.
Oh, that's a lot of lines.
Okay. What are the lines?
Pews.
Cocaine.
Fuse. Okay, this is like.
I hate you so much, Butters.
You.
We haven't gone down there yet, right?
Nope.
Yes, he has.
Well, Cassie has.
Now.
So yeah, he's 5, 10, right about here at the moment.
Okay. And the other guy is somewhere else. There was two, right?
Yeah, he's the one who's running out the door.
Okay.
So yeah, he went to the door and is gone out the door.
And then who's trying to do what? Oh,
Are we still using the same initiative rolls as last time?
I haven't changed them. Oh wait, no, I will call out who is where because I know it doesn't always move over. So Ryle, you're not doing anything?
Nah, I'm calling back lava.
Okay. That would make it Venora's turn.
And just so I'm clear, are we at the top left or the bottom right?
Purple.
We're at the purple, so this guy right here is the dude that's booking it. Alright, so let me draw myself real quick just to have a little something. Nice. So we're using double distance. I can get. Oh yeah, I can get that easy. How high in the air?
60 feet.
It's not too bad. It's only 66. It's D6s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you're gonna jump down?
Like, I'll take the pain.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
get PTSD flashbacks the last time she took a big fall.
no. That would have to involve a large-scale explosion first.
You didn't explode. You got dragged in.
Yeah.
No,
You got
what-
speared.
What knocked her out fully was the explosion that the fucking thing did.
Yeah, it was afterwards.
She's
Yeah,
saying that's what horrified her.
I'm gonna jump. I don't know how far I can jump, but I'm gonna jump as far as I can.
Okay.
And I should still have enough movement to get up next to this guy.
Okay. So you jump down.
Yeah. Stay right there.
$13 points of fall damage.
Oh, not even under triple digits yet left.
Don't toot your horn too soon.
And then I'm gonna yell at this dude in giant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
gonna
hate-
say.
I hate you guys. I get in here and you're yelling already.
I mean, to be fair, they found some people. They stumbled across some people.
I'm coming in. I can't just take Silveros. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now.
I'm gonna yell at him. You're not, I'm gonna yell at
You're not going to be able to outrun me, so you might as well stop.
and then I'm gonna rage.
Wait, you raged after you fell.
It doesn't do any
Oh, it
difference.
doesn't.
It's not rules. It is gravitic damage.
Right, sorry.
Yes. Yes. We are in combat.
Oh!
Ba-da-bum-bum-ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
Ow. I got turn eyes down.
Am I involved in this?
I mean,
or-
you are with Silveros at the moment, so if you want to be involved, you can be
pause.
involved.
Alright,
Just
I
leave
mean,
her
if-
outside. She hadn't been here in 2 seconds.
Yeah, we'll say that you're following, like you're peeking your head around, just like, hey guys, I'm back. I was
Did you
taking
want me to roll initiative or not?
not this round.
Okay. I
Uh,
don't see the initiative order at all. I only see
no
the
worries.
roll.
No one can see it. It was on a different thing, and then I moved him over, and it doesn't come with it. But
Okay.
I will be calling it out. Don't worry, I've got your back.
Okay.
I'm just too lazy to
Let me
put it
know.
in a second time
Yeah, that's fine.
because it doesn't transfer over with, which is stupid. It's saddening.
Stupid.
So
It's
Lux,
not a full combat thing anyway.
Paris.
I mean, Lux fucking flies 90 feet. Can I just cut this guy off?
Drop him on the map.
Where is? Okay, so one has already escaped. Like that's just confirmed. One is
He is
gone.
out.
All right.
No one's dead yet. Yet.
I have been placed upon the map. Hold on. There we go. He's not gonna attack him.
Okay.
He's just kind of like, please stop.
Next up would be Earthos.
I mean, he looks briefly at the drop and he's just like,
Nah, fam.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. Nah.
Legit can't be bothered for that shit. Probably just reacting to Ryle anyway.
Okay. So Cassie, you're on Lux's back, so you're next.
She just has her hands up in like the universal I'm not gonna hurt you now that she's in front of him.
Alright. Just so you are aware, you're able to, like, this verbal basically is eye level with you. It's Venrora height sort of person. You see his face has twisted and he's like he's not looking at you, he's looking back towards Venrora.
Like,
But
wait,
even with your presence dropping in front of him, he is ignoring you and looking back towards Venrora.
okay, so can I insight that? You say his face is twisted like he's scared of it?
Roll an insight check.
Oh boy, the training from Gyrus is fucking heightened this. Let's see if it's good or bad. 17.
Angry.
Oh.
And mildly grinning.
Oh.
I think he's got a vendetta against you! And she's looking at Venrora.
You said Vatha's
Alright.
coming back up?
Get the axe out.
You said Vatha's coming back up?
Butters! I believe Butters is alive.
Give me a minute.
I'm going to presume that since he said Vatha was coming back, that Vatha is coming back. Syl.
Oh, Silveros, yes.
He exists.
Yeah.
Probably mumbling. Why is everyone running out like this? Hold on. What's it called?
Holding.
I don't No, I don't think, Oh, actually, wait, how long did
Speak up, quiet one. I can barely hear you.
I always forget the speakers on the other end of my earphones.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's one action. I should have done this earlier. Wait, no, it's 30 feet. Never mind, he's just not gonna do anything then. Yeah, he's not in range for anything.
Okay.
He's gonna be on the balcony just watching, worried, but is there an obvious staircase or something to go down?
No, not from here.
Oh, yeah.
It's either a jump or you find one of the other ways down.
Oh, there's no way he's jumping.
That's up to you, obviously. So you're just not doing anything, you're watching to see what happens?
Yeah, he can't really do anything from here.
Okay. The Furbolg turns to Venrora, and Venrora, you can see he's got various paint on his face. Clearly this is war paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll allow you to make a history check.
Okay. I don't suppose I have advantage because it's
No, you're allowed to make a history check.
Alright. 10.
You're unfamiliar with the paints and the designs of it. It's unfamiliar to you, which means it's probably one that your people probably didn't interact with a lot, so you're not able to piece it together real quick. However, he does speak back to you in Giant and says, "You think I will run then?" And he will rage, and he will run up to you. Attack of opportunity from Cassie and Lux if they wish. Paris.
Step away.
If she stepped away, I'm going to presume that she didn't attack.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he ran back towards Venrora after saying something in Giant.
Oh lord.
Also, he is raging now.
Oh dear.
He is not going to pull out another weapon. He's just going to shift his grip, and you actually, as he's moving up, you realize the design of his crossbow, the heavy crossbow, is one that is meant for the bottom part of it to be used as a bludgeon. Because he is swinging it two-handed, trying to beat the shit out of you.
All right, there, Chief.
All right, that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, technically it does less damage than the crossbow does, but that's because it's basically a great club. Plus 8 points of bludgeoning damage
Reduced or not reduced?
before reductions.
All right, good.
Okay, and 23 to hit.
That hits.
14 points before reduction.
All right.
And for his final attack, another 24
That hits.
for 13 reduced to 6. And that will be his turn. Is
Okay.
Butters back?
Yeah.
He is not running anymore. He is still in the room. And apparently he decided to start swinging and trying to beat on Venora.
Is Silveros like looking at them?
Seems to be.
Silveros? Yeah, he's watching. He's not doing much else.
I try to push him off.
Make a contested athletics check. Because this is a shove action.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
25.
Athletics or acrobatics to contest.
Oh my god.
Can you beat a 25?
Oh my god. This is obviously not his specialty either.
Oh, Chief.
Why would you push him?
There you go.
Don't
There you go.
worry. I'm going with him.
Oh.
And I'll fall with him and I cast Featherfall.
Okay. Yeah. So you shove him off and then you jump with.
He's probably screaming.
Oh yeah, you're screaming and then at the very last second you just feel yourself like slow down. You're like, ah! Still screaming, and then you hit the ground. You're like, ah!
He's still screaming and moving with.
Oh yeah, he's still gonna be going off. Like, what do you think you're doing?
Oh yeah, on the ground. I'm gonna say Silveros because you decided to scream. I'm gonna say that you're prone at the moment. You landed on your ass basically. You're sitting down like screaming and like expecting an impact. That you're looking around just like, am I alive? So I will say you're prone.
Okay.
Just thematically because of the way that happened. That will hit.
This is fine.
17 points of damage.
Alright, so the thunder is full. Piercing is not. So that is reduced to. So that's 9 points total. Because he raged.
Oh, wait a second. I cast a spell.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
An extra 6 points. Because I casted a spell.
Yep. Wait, wouldn't it have been a shove action? So that would have been your action?
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh no. I just thought he was near
Wait,
the edge.
if
So
it's-
it'd be
He was near the edge, yeah, but I'll allow
If
it.
it's a shove action,
No,
would he be able to cast a spell?
yes, because it's a reaction for Featherfall.
Okay.
I'll allow the attack, no worries. So that's 15
Okay,
points
I'm
total.
eating grapes.
It
By the
sounds
way,
like that's
why I
delicious.
left. I want to go get grapes.
How are the grapes?
Some of them are a little too squishy for my taste, but some of them are
No, I feel that, man. So we're back up the list to, actually, Nieves,
Hey.
roll initiative.
Yeah. Wait, I should put myself on the.
You're in the purple.
I'm in the purple. Let's go, boys. I'm colorblind right now, so.
Yes,
If that's
no worries.
not purple, then forgive me.
No, you're in the right area.
Let me put the little dot on my character so you know it's me.
Happy accident. All right, let's go, boys. Initiative.
Yes.
How'd it go?
Ironically enough,
Seven.
you are, you will be after Venora.
Okay.
So Venora, you are up. He just slapped you in the face 3 times with this modified heavy crossbow that apparently
Shut
doubles as a great club.
You should have kept running.
And I'm gonna reckless.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Okay, you reckless. He reckless. So I mean, it doesn't double advantage, but you know.
Oh, wait a minute, Guru, reckless?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
he
my apologies. Yeah.
reckless.
Just kidding.
You rolled the same thing.
Just making sure.
No, no, believe me, I understand. So yeah. If you want a reckless too, by all means.
Yeah, I reckon that hits.
24 will hit.
Does Venora have Sentinel?
I don't. I took the tough feat.
Loser.
Particularly assholeish today.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Mood.
21 will also hit.
I just wanted to double check something.
I don't think the poison's on both hits. Is it on the first hit?
It's just the first one, but it's
Okay.
built into the weapon, so I just
Yeah.
ignored on the second hit.
No worries. I just
Which
wanted
is
to double
a shame,
check
because
that
that's
I wanted to make sure I get to ignore it.
Yeah, so far I've done 30 points of damage to this man. He really, well,
He's
30
raging.
Points. He's raging, yes, but I don't know if that means anything different. Because this is a magic weapon, so
You still.
Would you
still
say that a
reduce
magic
the
weapon
magical
cuts through
slashing.
yours?
yeah, as far as I'm aware, it ignores all resistances unless you pierce.
Nope.
No.
That's not how that works for rage for
How that
barbarians. Yep. Otherwise, magical creatures would be able to cut through your resistance.
I thought that's how it always worked.
And barbarians
No.
would suck a lot more. You're thinking of Blood Hunter, big boy.
That's how I always thought it was ruled. I
Nope.
just haven't played the barbarian far enough into a campaign to know it.
Yep. The
How
magical
many sessions are we in? Which session is this, Drew?
many. It's like
Yeah, but we haven't
50
come
something.
across something that does magical piercing or slashing damage, as far as I'm aware.
The
You're just
the
telling
ballista
me.
the ballista that shot you does magical damage. The ballista that shot you did magical
Just
damage.
Give him a break.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, this is. I'm not saying it to be like. It is playful jibing in the fact that you were like, wait, this is how it worked, and we're all like, no. Take the fact that it is not going to kill you with faster. This will be episode 48 actually. We're almost at 50. Almost halfway to 100. Wow. I actually wanted to check, but yes. Living on a prayer.
Oh my fucking
I love
god.
that. But yes, you were able to get both hits off, and he takes it. The first one he winces a little bit, and then kind of looks at your action, and he just looks up at you, and just like, that's nice.
Thanks, you want to see it?
Nieves, it is your turn as you run into you. You won't be able to get down unless you just outright want to just walk off the balcony.
Can I fucking cast a spell from this place?
Yes, he is 60 feet up, just so you're aware.
Oh.
You are 60 feet
Down.
up, I mean. He's 60 feet down, yes. So,
Yeah, I just want to do magic missile level 4th level.
okay. So that's
So how much
3,
is that?
4, 5,
That is-
6. 6 starts.
That's 6 darts.
Yep, 2, 4,
Mm.
6, 8. 6, 8, 11, 16.
It does a dart that
Yep.
deals 1d4 plus 4 force damage.
19 points of damage.
Oh, great.
I was trying to make sure that I was doing my math right. I'm going to double check because math is math. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2. Did I do the math wrong? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, no, 16.
Who do we appreciate?
2, 4, 6. Yes. So you just run up and just hold your hands in from however you wanted to. From your fingers, symbols of the moon seem to appear in your palms, and then just stars twinkle around them and just fire like little missiles. Which is actually very thematic. I will actually let you know later why. Remind me to tell you why.
Wig.
There's thematicism to that.
He's 60 feet down. You said, "Am I in range to?" Can I do the? I can cast a cantrip, right? That's what you said. I think.
Yes, it only does the base damage, but you can do that. Yes.
Can I? Am I able to? Am I in range for If I take a step forward, can I cast Ray of Frost on him?
Yes.
Okay. Did it work? I
Because
get another
because
+1 to spell attacks.
yes, but
of the
because he
element
recklessed,
so
it was with
it's
advantage. So yeah, 20, 21, that'll hit.
21. Yay! How much damage does it do? Let me check.
Should be
It's 1d8 cold.
8. Yes.
I'm gonna use one of my cute new dice. I
Don't
got
eat them.
I got a 1, baby. That's 1 cold damage.
Alright.
Still cold damage, and his speed is reduced by
Nope.
10.
Not for bonus action ones.
No, not for
Otherwise,
bonus
bards would be very powerful with
I'm
this
still
home rule.
sad I can't booming blade as a bonus action.
I know.
action.
I had to
That's what
consider
you
it.
fucking do?
I mean, I don't get extra attack either way, so technically it would have just been my extra attack.
Yes, I'm aware. Which would still have been like, oh boy. But yes, that now is Luck's turn.
No, I'm gonna
Wait.
Nieves action, look down at Silveros, and ask if he's okay.
Okay, Nieves action.
Nieves!
Yep. That's a Nieves action. Her main thing is she asks if people are okay.
Just so you know, the way Ryle did it was he just took his boot to the small of his back, like
Just
the
shoved
small of
him.
the elf's back, and shoved him,
Oh my god.
and
Yeah.
hopped off after him.
If there's time, he's just immediately gonna yell up, "No!"
Yeah, there's time for you to yell no.
I'll heal you later if you need
He's
it.
fine. He's being exaggerated.
Oh yeah, he's acting.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
He's just upset.
Lux's
He's the
turn,
one that
Paris.
told Ryle he's good in the front line.
He
not
did
my
say
That
fault.
is fair. I'm so fucking distracted by the fact that
So what you're saying is I need to slap this baby. Got it.
slap the baby. What? Oh, what?
Better not be.
Kick the baby.
I'm baby.
I mean, I guess since he's attacking Fran now,
Yep.
you gotta get kicked.
Okay.
No, wrong icon. There we go. God, I wish I could center it in 4 squares. It's bothering me that I can't.
I know. We just need to have an icon that is you on the back of Lux.
Wait, Guru.
Hmm?
You allow Vatha to free fall, then expand wings to land safely, right? That's one of the things we said she was taught.
Yeah.
Because she's done it like a few times.
She's
now,
done it a
right?
few times, yeah.
So she wouldn't have to dash to get down there, right?
No, technically not.
Alright.
That's smooth.
That'll hit.
God, I'm still always so upset at the pure damage that fucking
You'll live.
force does.
You do a
Get
lot
over
more
it.
damage.
You've been
Vatha
complaining.
doesn't.
You've been complaining about my fucking companions for almost 2 years now. Get over it.
Has it really been
They're
that long?
always
Amazing.
busted.
Shut
Since
up.
Minnie,
You have a dragon.
Yeah. That does less damage than your horse, yes.
Shut up.
And
I
it's
mean-
lower.
Shut up.
Alright, let's move on.
Moving on. Earthos.
Well, yeah, he's just gonna sit down.
Okay. He's doing his Earthos action.
Yeah, unless like I don't know, an army bursts through the door. He's just gonna sit there.
Okay. Cassie.
I legit blanked for a second. Did Earthos just fucking bail?
No, he's just sitting there at the top of the balcony,
Okay.
menacingly. Also, I am completely sorry to everyone who is watching this on my thing. I did not remove this so you could see what was going on. There you go.
I just had an image of like mob boss Earth.
Also, I need to make sure that there's a rage icon. What is the rage? Yeah, rage.
Guys, what if we just hold person him for a turn, let the rage in, then fucking bounce on him?
God, I really miss having that spell. Ugh.
It's not like it's a second level cleric spell or anything.
I used to have it.
They swapped it out.
I had Severos use
Shake
it, but
my
I swapped
head.
it out.
Head.
Also, Paris, as your
Yes?
turn is coming up, Taru, if you would like, you can give her one of Gyrus's sendings. I have been rolling to see when this would show up, and because these are 6-second blocks, Cassie is receiving just Gyrus in her head at the most inopportune of times.
Wait a minute. Nieves is still giving him sendings too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he might give it to Nieves during one of those then.
Alright, if you want it to be Nieves, it could be to Nieves, but send it to Nieves then.
Oh, my
I
husband's
have-
calling me
alright.
from the war front.
Don't don't worry about it for now. I mean, Nieves isn't sending him right now, right? So
No, but I want to know what he's gonna say to my room.
I mean, to be fair,
I'll
she has to respond to him as well. Don't forget.
That's true. She's
I mean, she doesn't have to.
She
I
does.
mean, she doesn't. I mean, she wants to because I know it's Nieves.
Nieves uses like at least a spell slot a day on sending these days.
What if he
so-
just sends you, "I'm dying"?
Not
I don't
yet.
He's
agree
like,
with that.
these are my final words.
Not
For
yet.
tell if it's Nieves or Oz, just because Oz is thirsty as shit.
Yeah, he's probably gonna send it to Nieves
Then-
maybe a little later in the day then.
I didn't say that.
Okay, that's fine. If it has to be right now, it has to be now. Don't worry about it. He'll send it to Nieves probably though.
For him, it's actually earlier in the day, so it's
Imagine
a
just,
safer
like,
time from what he has
just
seen so far. Let me
imagine
put it
just
that way.
comes Up, oh yeah, he sends to me every day. He does what?
Oh no. But yes, Cassie, it's your turn. Yes.
God. If Gyra survives, he's not gonna live long.
Happy thoughts.
No, I mean she's gonna kick the shit out of him.
Happy thoughts. That hits, by the way. Also, it's with advantage because he
Oh.
recklessed.
I don't know which one I'm supposed to click because I can use a short sword and a long sword, but I don't know which long sword to technically click.
You
if that
didn't
makes
rename
sense.
them?
Okay, so
The one that's the
that.
yeah.
Okay, so I can use that technically. I didn't know if that was a transformed version or if it was just a long sword at the moment. That's what I didn't know.
It's not a transformed thing. The weapon is a longsword.
Okay.
So you can click on that for damage because the 2-hit is the same, and a 25 would hit. So click on the winged defender if you're using that one.
No.
You're not
that
using
ain't.
yes. You're not Hunter's March. You're not Radiant Souling. You're just slashing damage. What?
I will, however, do this.
That'll hit.
Boy. Your boy with the big damage.
Oh, it's got the D10 on the other side, which is the two-handed apparently.
Damage.
Minute almost maximum.
Why does it do that to me? So that is
2 1s on the other side, though.
I said he rolled minimum and almost maximum. Ignore the 8 and the 3, so it's 8 slashing for that, and then I'll roll for the short sword because I can use that.
Mhm.
Like, wait, fucking still.
with advantage.
Okay.
Yep, that'll hit.
I swear to God. Okay, I need to uncheck this. I keep fucking forgetting that it needs to be unchecked. 5.
All right. It will now be Vatha's turn. So,
Oh,
yes.
I'm so good at hitting this 25 word count. Okay.
You have so much practice.
I do.
Are you shoving more grapes in your mouth?
That's the sending I get.
Oh, let me send you the sending, Oz.
Yes, the best part is that when Nieves responds, Nieves gets to say it out loud, so everyone just hears her just suddenly saying this.
That's for you.
Oh, excellent.
Not if she whispers it. Anyway,
Now she
I
whispers it,
don't think
yes.
she's gonna think
That-
to whisper it in the middle
that-
of combat with
that-
how she
she's
panics.
not really in the middle of combat.
She's not.
She's farther
With
away.
Again, as I just said, with how she panics.
Up to her.
Mhm.
But yeah, Vatha fly down here, go whoosh on him.
Okie doke.
She then flank with me.
Mhm.
She gained a +2. She go for bite iron just in case. Same shit.
That will hit.
Yeah. The fucking 8 and 8.
Alright, and that actually takes him out. That poison damage coming in handy.
Oh, here's the thing. Ryle would have done non-lethal.
Vatha, on the other
Vatha
hand.
might be hung. He hit Vatha.
Mm-hmm. He shot Vatha.
You ever seen like a dog with like
Mm-hmm.
a toy and just like lashing it around? That with throat though.
Yeah, well,
Did you notice
to be fair, with the way that you ran up behind it,
from the sky?
it basically grabbed him by the back of the neck and just snapped the head around. Just a big ass toy for her mouth, but
She got a lot of schmeat in her mouth.
Are we at a combat now?
yep,
Yeah.
creature is dead.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright. How do I? Is there any way to get down from this platform?
You can jump down. There's a room that had a slant that you could technically try and slide your butt down. There is a Vatha could bring you down. You could technically go to the ghost ballroom and go down that way.
No, I'm gonna call it to Vatha. Vatha. Ryle?
She looks up at you like very disdained. Will
Shit,
fly
never-
up, grab you by the shoulders. It might be a little too uncomfortable. Like might feel kind of uncomfortable, but you know,
Yay.
talent.
Thank you,
But
Vatha.
she kind of just drops you down a few extra feet above the ground.
Okay.
Not enough to hurt yourself, just a little too early.
Thank you,
Ah.
Vatha.
Sorry.
Ryle. Ryle, can you tell Vatha I said thank you?
Nieves told you to fuck off.
Oh!
You
don't know.
Draconic.
Oh no.
I was
That
about to
is
say,
correct.
like, if he doesn't cast you,
out
would.
of character exclamation.
Severos will obviously, definitely, immediately be like, Ryle, was that very necessary? You could have at least given me a heads up, or...
Right,
What?
right. Have you seen the thing where it's like in the cartoon where it's like someone's getting really big in the face and the person's just looking up like totally.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about!
Just that, and he just goes, "I thought you were frontline."
Yes, but...
Nieves
Well, I
will
want
put
you
her
in the
paw
front line.
hand on Silveros' chest. Just put it there.
I thought you hated him. Why are you touching him?
He stopped.
Yeah, intended effect. She'll do it a few times, and then once she realizes he stopped, she'll put it down.
Just so you know, out of character Oz, Ryle immediately got crit at the start of that combat.
Yeah.
Oh, how's he looking?
Not bloody, but not good. He still has an arrow sticking out of his chest.
Yeah, crossbow bolts.
Yeah,
Okay.
a heavy crossbow bolt sticking out of his
Nieves
chest.
gonna.
He doesn't look.
Nieves
happy
gonna
about
have to go over there and be like, do you want me to? Can you take the bolt out? I can heal you.
it. Ow. He just takes it out. He's just
Okay.
rubbing his chest.
Oh, let me give him a
Butter-
little. Hang on, I got this, homies.
Butters, out of character, you know that token that you gave me that casts Featherfall? Is that an automatic thing?
No.
No.
It is a you use it.
It's like a
Once.
scroll, essentially, from what I understand.
Except you don't have to roll anything, it just happens.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to use it.
Nope, I didn't think you did.
I'm now only missing like fucking 14, so thank you, Nieves. Or Oz, I should say.
Yeah.
Ryle just gives like just 2 small thumbs up.
All right, Nieves is actually gonna move away from the party now.
Okay.
Far away to where they hopefully cannot hear her.
She's
Okay.
Cassie's raising her eyebrow
So, by the
and
way,
going after her.
Just so you know, 4 words, or a few words used. Ryle, do you need healing? Or can you take that bolt out? Are a few words that's been used out of that sending, I think.
No, she didn't cast. She hasn't cast sending yet.
No, I mean because you can
You
respond
have
to
to
sending.
respond to it automatically. The next
So she-
words that you say are in the sending
Fuck, I didn't
response.
know that. Well, she's
Yeah.
she's gonna cast it. She's gonna move away from the party and then cast it and be like,
Uh,
"Let me count
Okay.
that shit out.
Yeah.
I'm
Hold on.
busy."
In the
Stop.
meantime...
Yes.
Being- I'm gonna text it out. I'm gonna write it out.
Okay. In the meantime, Silveros will be, like, mumbling, and he's like... Venrora, do you need any assistance? Healing?
I wouldn't say no to some.
Alright, and then
Can
he's
I
gonna
have some
cure
more
him
healing?
soon.
He just looks at Silveros with a smile. By the way, that like
Ryle a dirty look.
yeah, that no nonsense like just straight face Ryle had becomes a smirk.
I'm very hurt. I mean, I took a nasty bolt to the chest. I could usually you like really use one too, you know.
He's just
you
rubbing his.
could.
He's just rubbing
Gives
his
you
chest.
min healing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sure you could. And he heals Venrora.
Also, Vartha needs healing.
Deep inhale.
He's actually also, okay, he's gonna cure wounds Venrora, and he's gonna... He should have done this sooner. Yeah, he's gonna say he should have done this sooner. He's going to actually use this. I forgot I meant to do it sooner.
Wait, what? Oh!
Yeah, so that he'll probably apply to Ryle, Venrora, and probably Cassie.
I'll take that, Chief.
Hey, I'm up to 90 max HP.
I took no damage, but I do appreciate the thought.
Oh no, he's anticipating you taking damage later.
Wise.
I'll take one of these then. Ryle pulls out a potion.
Yeah, he's not actually gonna heal Ryle. He's being upset.
As he goes to put
Petty.
it to his mouth, I go. I hope you don't get on Vath's bad side. You saw what she just did to the furball. He just starts drinking the potion.
Well, Vatha isn't the one that pushed me over the edge. And he'll go over and heal Vatha.
While they're squabbling, nice. I'm gonna go over to the statues. I'm gonna call over to Earthos, still up there on the balcony.
Arthos, would you mind watching the door over there where the other furball went, please?
Sure. Arthos will watch it.
Okay.
He just turns to it.
Yeah, legit.
I'm gonna check out these statues real quick.
Okay. The statues are as I described them before.
Right.
One with a blindfold and a sword. One with a hand out, basically like a stop kind of symbolism, if you will. Getting closer, you actually see that what looked like a weapon in one hand is actually a pouch, like a bag, and the other one has their hand open, like they're inviting someone to approach.
Oh. Does it like a low five kind of handout?
Like I'm holding my hand out to someone above me or something, or like they're trying to hold their hand like to help someone up. So yes, like a low five.
Kind of low five. Okay. Any writing?
There's some, but it's mostly worn off.
Okay.
The bits that you can read, make an intelligence check.
What the hell? I gotta make smart man checks.
Taro, that was actually, you can reply to that without using a spell slot because any of us cast it.
Shoot, that's a 13.
The best you can take out is you guess the second word is justice. One of the words is for the something.
I can't make head sales of this.
From the something.
Justice from the something for the something. Oh, great.
Yeah. Sorry.
What race are the statues?
Humanoid, but in that respect, there's an attempt from what you can see when you look at their backs and see wings that they're probably meant to symbolize angelic creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we inspect this room?
You looked at it. You looked down at it.
Okay, down.
I'm gonna go yell over at Silveros.
Would you mind taking a look at some of this writing, please?
Of course. And he'll come over and look. What is he looking at?
Some kind of weird writing on the base of the statues, I think. I couldn't make much out of it. Because I rolled the low int.
Can I see what language it is? Do I know the language?
It's written. It's in an old version of Common.
Oh.
The old come on.
Can you read it and everything?
Roll an intelligence check to make out what you can make of it.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Better than I did.
That's that.
Justice, for the, I know, probably innocent, looking at it, piecing it together with what you can see. The other part of it is still from the, it's worn out too much to be able to fully make out what it says.
So all I get is maybe justice or innocence, and that's it?
From the first one. From the first part. Like, it's
the first part.
something justice for the innocent from the something.
Something dark side.
Business, numbers.
Okay. For the first part. And the rest is faded. And this is what, below a statue of someone beckoning forward?
This is in front of all three of them. Like, it's etched into the chair.
Can I sit on the chair?
Yeah, you can sit on the chair.
I sit on the chair.
You sit on the
This
chair?
is the chair we were looking at earlier?
From the balcony, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is it a comfy chair?
Kind of scooting around in it. For a dwarf, it's rather comfortable. In terms of other people would sit on this and be like, no, not really. This is not really comfortable. Mostly just due to the fact that it's very stone.
Can I use the good old eye for detail?
Yeah.
See what it's worth. See the rarity, shit like that. See if it's magic at all. Just, really getting the tuchus into it.
Make an intelligence check with advantage.
This is great. Alright.
I've always tried to make it so that you can use your abilities and such, and this is one ability that I've finally found a way to help you.
Is it advantage or is it
expertise? Yes, expertise. My apologies. Yes, expertise.
It's like
so
the gnome.
Add 6 to whatever I'm about to roll.
Okay.
22.
Cool.
With a brain aneurysm while thinking about the number, but
with the 22, you would say that this is this thing was probably made like 1,000 so years ago. This is an old thing. If you'd need someone who is willing to move something like this, which is not easy to come by, but you could probably buy a keep for this.
So this is a throne.
Basically. It's the way that it's set up and with the wording of it, it's probably more of a judge's chair. This is where someone would sit. It's not a throne in the throne sense because it is equal level with everyone else in the pews and such. But it is clear that from where you are sitting, there is a spot where someone would be placed in front of you, and likely this would be where the person would cast judgment.
Can this be moved?
It doesn't look like it.
It's bolted into ground.
It is
melded into ground.
It is not melded. It's simply made of a marble that is rather heavy. It would take at the very least time to move it because, well, again, very heavy.
There's no magic on it, right?
No magic.
Yeah, Roush is getting off his feet for a bit. He's sitting. He's sitting. He'll look at all these statues too and just see if they're magic at all.
Okay.
Or, identify them.
Spending the 10 minutes to quickly check with identify. They're not magic either.
These things ain't worth piss. Well, let me redact that. They're worth a good bit of money, but magically not worth piss.
Looking at all this, I'm guessing Silveros can't piece together a religion or culture or anything that this might be tied to.
Roll a religion check. There is... I'm trying to think how to phrase this. 1 second.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm glad you all couldn't tell just from the inhale what was going on. Me trying desperately to mute myself before it happened.
I heard that, and that was it.
Okay, so. With your religion check, there is a religion that this feels like it would be connected to. The thing is, it surprises you because it's not one that's, as far as most people would have thought, considering the fact that most of the information from the age, before the Age of War, the Lost Age, kind of considered it to be, from other places, not here. This place was very organized with many other things, but this, let me pull this up here. La-da-da-dee, la-da-da-doo. The reason why it's strange is because this is essentially it has angels and such as, the staples and such, but the impression you're getting is judgment, which is mostly related to a god that's not usually thought of with angels, at least not that you've read, because it is the domain of Ungarius, also known as the Sky Dragon.
As far
that
as the
a god
judgment
of some
stuff goes?
kind?
Hmm?
Sorry, go on, Tari.
This is a religion.
This is the deity that this would most likely fall under.
Oh, fuck. Wait, that's a deity group?
Yes, that is a deity named Ungarius, the Sky
A
Dragon.
dragon deity?
Yes, a dragon deity. It is also a god of judgment.
Guru.
I'm aware.
Do I need to roll for that shit?
You would still need to roll for that, yes.
I would still need to roll? Okay.
If you wish to, yes.
Silveros will
18.
definitely
Uh,
explain all this in a very roundabout why this is fucking weird, and then end it with the Sky Dragon bit.
Okay, so yeah, in which case you wouldn't need to roll at that point.
Hey, with an 18, I might catch it before that. Who knows?
With an 18, as you're listening to it, and you're sitting there like, I'm judging, and you're thinking, judgment, god of judgment. And that kind of reminds me of Angarius. I don't like that.
Guru,
Ooh.
question. What's a boy like me know about this guy?
Angarius...
A dragon boy like me.
Yes, a dragon boy like you. Angarius is the Sky Dragon, who is one of the only two draconic gods, besides the god of the kobolds, who is created by the other god. Two of those gods
Does that make...
were...
them a child of Feltemo?
No, Angarius is the sibling of Feltemro.
Sibling of Feltemo.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the lore of them, there was a entity. It is uncertain whether or not it was an ancient, a fiend, or a creature from another further place than is known. Many different tellings of it. Most people tend to follow the belief that it was likely a fiend. Approached the dragon gods, Feltemro and Angarius, and while Sayes was working on making the dwarves, was like, hey, all the gods have been saying that, we need to bring life and whatnot. Your scales are so beautiful. Surely their beauty would be able to help shine. And for a little bit, they debated about whether or not they should do as such. And then they eventually thought, well, yeah, I mean, it's us giving our part. They had been ancients who joined with the gods after the war, so they didn't know much of what had happened or what would be the consequences of it. And so they just kind of flew over the world, dropped their scales on the world, and from those scales were born the dragons. When they returned, the gods were furious because it was one of the first lives that were born on this world as far as they were aware of. And Feltemro was angry at the fact that they were angry at them because no one had told them that they couldn't do that, and for one, and for two, they hadn't known that dropping their scales on the world would suddenly spawn life. They were just dropping their scales to try and make it prettier. They didn't expect dragons. Angarius.
So what's the room? Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Angarius, on the other hand, bowed themselves in subservience and said, I understand that you have, made a decision. I will accept your judgment, and basically stood trial, if you will, whereas Feltemro just basically said, fuck this, and left. Angarius,
so
because... there's still more to this.
I'm guessing the relationship between the two is Feltemro just thinks Angarius is a poo-poo pee-pee bitch boy?
A little bit, yeah. Basically, he, she, they, it's debatable on which one it is. Most people tend to use the masculine for Angarius, feminine for Feltemro, but basically, Feltemro just thinks Angarius is too subservient to the gods, where because of how they acted, the gods basically said, you've shown that you're at the very least willing to work with us, to listen. We will grant you a place among us as the god of justice.
So Feltemro just goes, oh, he's the god's bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, there it is. Alright, good to know. So, yeah. I was like, so at hearing that, or putting two and two together, Rob just kind of stands up, and I do love that idea, Guru, with Silver's massive religion.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes, oh yeah, Angarius, and then just looks to the thing around Ryle's neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Silveros, have you looked at that before? Because he's put it on full display at this point.
That is true. Taru!
Taru!
Token Asian, where
I'm
are
sorry.
you?
I forgot I was muted. Yeah, he probably would have noticed that by now.
Roll a religion check if you'd like.
Does he know all of that about Angarius too that you just said?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I think Nieves would be coming back to the group by now.
Cool.
I think.
Okay.
I did want to talk to Nieves real quick, but I didn't want to cut everything off.
Okay.
As soon as we're done with this little bit, you two can quickly have your little
Okay.
chat. So just let me finish it real quick.
Mm.
The holy symbol that Ryle is currently sporting is of Feltemro.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, okay, yeah, I'll write that down in a second. Can you spell it for me?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Okay, he's probably not going to comment on it for now. Especially if Ryle seems upset or going somewhere.
No, he's not going anywhere. He just stands up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He was throwing it, and then he just stopped throwing it.
Interesting. Yeah, he's probably just rattling on about how strange it is and why it it's strange to have angels depicted around here because of that.
I can hear you drawing.
Oh, you can hear that?
I can't.
It's just my ears. I'm just weird.
But yeah, he's just going on, you know. So we could probably switch to Nieves and Cassie.
Yes, we can.
I don't know if she's noticed her by now, so if she hasn't, Cassie's just gonna go up behind her and poke her in the small of the back.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to think Nieves doesn't notice her and turns around and just walks into her because she doesn't realize.
No, I'm like, after you're done with your sending, she just walks up and pokes you.
Yeah, Cassie, what do you want?
Someone in trouble?
No.
Then why did you say if they need help?
Because you never know. I like to check up on my friends every now and then. I traveled a lot before I came and met you guys.
Oh?
Because everybody seems so busy. I didn't want to interrupt.
Can I ask who the friend is? I mean, maybe we'd be able to catch up with them.
They live closer to back home. It's kind of silly.
It's silly to message them?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm a little too paranoid sometimes.
I mean, I don't really think it's paranoid to want to watch out for someone.
Really?
Why would it be paranoid?
I don't know. Sometimes I just get. I'd never really had that many friends, so I don't really know how it goes. Until now, I mean, you know?
Kind of nods her head.
I guess everybody's back. We're in the big chamber, right?
You're still in that big room, yes, the big room down there.
Can we see the others from here actually, or are we in a more? You guys probably would have gone around a corner.
Which
or
others?
something. My friends, our party.
Don, I
Yes.
DM'd you, by the way.
Huh?
I DM'd you something in roll 20.
Oh, and roll 20.
Well, I guess we.
Are
should
you
go.
lying, Yevis? DM me. Do not say it out loud. DM me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 1 second here.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, hang on.
I was like, where did everyone go? I'm so confused.
No, there's stuff going on in the background. Don't worry.
Okay.
I also do feel played, Guru, that I never even knew the title of my own god, though.
I thought I told you that. Did I not tell you that?
No,
I am
you
so
gave the
sorry.
name.
I am so sorry. I thought I gave you the name.
Yeah, okay. I got Phil Timbro. I'll take the rest now.
Hi, Paris.
I need the total, please.
Okay.
What has happened?
Things in the background. Don't worry yet.
Okay. You see fucking Kool-Aid Man coming through all of a sudden.
Okay. Yes, she is. To Paris.
Just fall after them.
Okay, I guess I go back to the rest of the group then.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, so you guys are all back together, yeah?
Well, I know that Oz rolls high because she gets so gremlin ass.
Stop!
Well, then have a better poker face.
No,
It's not even poker
I don't.
face
I have
at
a
this
great poker face.
Bull fucking
You can't
shit.
even see my face right now. It's perfect.
I don't need to see your face to know that you're smiling.
Guru. I
Yes.
can double check.
It's part of Oz's
Statues
charm.
of
Let
fat.
it
Statues, there's a doorway.
Yes. A huge doorway.
Is it just a doorway, or is there a door or two doors in it?
There's a door, and then there's a broken door.
That's just like I'm a peek.
Okay. You look in. It is a hallway that looks like it's built for huge entities.
Nice,
Big
I got a
people.
duck for once.
Did you say I'm thinking about a duck for once?
I said hi and got a duck for once.
Okay.
How far down does it go?
From what you can tell, at the other end of this hallway, you can see that it leads into a. Oh, you see spectral figures dancing around.
Oh, cool. We bypassed there. Nice. I'll walk back over to the balcony that I jumped off of.
Okay.
I
So you're
will,
going
like,
to. How are you getting? So you're underneath it right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm walking back towards it. I'm not going to like scale the wall to get back up to it. I'm just gonna get as close as I can so I can stage whisper to earth those.
Fair enough.
Anything come through the door or peek around to see if we are coming?
He's muted. I don't know if he's here.
Mm.
He's unmuted. He's here.
NPR turns to Guru.
Yes.
Guru turns to someone else, then realizes he's looking at him for a different reason.
What's up, friend?
Am I to decide whether something came through the door?
Looking. I'm guessing you're looking back towards where you came.
No, not the one we came through. The one the one I asked him to watch. The one that the guy ran out of.
Yeah, no one's come in yet. I mean, he's got an aerial view, so you can't look down the hallway or anything.
Got a bird's eye view.
Yep.
So, alright, yeah, if this will just go. Nah.
I thumb over my shoulder at the big doorway.
That is the way that leads to the ballroom, the ghost people. I think we should go this way.
Let's go that way then.
You got to come down first, though.
Guru, there's stairs.
There was stairs in the ballroom. There's not stairs directly from here down.
Sorry, Chief.
Earthos just goes,
I'll catch you.
I could
meet
just.
you. I can meet you at the ballroom.
Could just fly up and get you in less than a second. She points to the horse.
I kind of like
Whatever.
quirk my head and nod, like, yeah, it's fair.
I'll fly up and get him.
Okay.
So long as you don't mind flying. Just like looking at Earth though, so she kind of just makes Lux stand aside. Good, I thought you changed your mind.
He gets on.
I will fly back down.
Okay. You are back down with him. Easy enough.
Nice. Let's go.
he's in on it. I heard he's in on it, and I just immediately thought, Earthostats casting the back. Surprise!
I'm gonna gather the folks
All along.
and let them know that we managed to bypass the ballroom.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Drew, I said I was gonna rifle through the other nightstand before we went over and yeeted ourselves off the balcony.
You said you were going to what that?
I was gonna rummage through the other nightstand.
Before, yeah, you didn't have time to before you jumped off. So you'd have to go back up to do that.
I didn't have time while they were going through the stone tablet.
Oh, my apologies. If you were like not
Yeah.
watching that, then yes.
Oh yeah, I wasn't watching that.
I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, if you are doing that, then make a strength check.
Oh, right.
Like I jiggle it and it doesn't open. Oh,
You
jeez.
pull on it and you pull the entire thing a little like it goes.
Oh, this is a bad idea. I'm gonna rage.
Do it. The second you acknowledge it's a bad idea, that's the first step to doing something amazing.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, no.
Wait, strength or athletics?
Acceptance is the last part of the of grieving, and the first part of doing something epic.
That
Guess if it's just a strength.
that is enough.
14.
That's
Okay.
yeah. It would be a 14?
What's credit
It
strength?
would be a 16.
Hang on, I take off 3.
Yes.
So it'd be
I'm like you. It'd be a 14. Me,
No,
an
it's
intellectual.
not.
Hold the fuck up.
6. And I was taking that off by accident, not the proficiency bonus.
Dawson, you're questioning his math skills now.
But yes, you are able to. You're able to. You hear it just like part of the frame of it cracks, just from the fact that apparently it was sealed to itself. This one thankfully seems to be. Well, I say thankfully, not really. It didn't fall apart.
Thank God. I'm trying not to break this man's furniture too much.
You pull it open and you see that within it there are several stone rolls, scrolls of some sort. Yep.
How many several?
4.
Alright.
Uh,
Put my bag. Oh wait, is there? I presume I can't roll them.
there's a second one, but if you want, you can pull. If you pull the top one all the way out, you can technically reach into the bottom one, unless you want to open the bottom one.
No, I don't want to break it. If I can bypass it.
That's up to you.
This is Venrore's version of lock picking and just rip off the outside.
Don't worry, I've got this. Rips off the door. Rips off the door. I did it.
Mad, you're following my gnome's method of opening things.
Bruh, if you go around the doorway, it doesn't matter if the door is locked.
By the way, Matt, I'm gonna DM you something because I think you'll appreciate this the most.
This is why I think Artificer with a metal companion of a Blastoise that shoots acid at walls would be like the coolest.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be nice.
Who needs lockpicking when there's no longer a door, you know?
It's one of the reasons why I'm surprised more people don't take Acid Splash. That's a cantrip that you just Acid Splash.
Mm.
Oh, goodness.
That's a spider.
So,
Spider?
Spider.
Where?
Not near you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Cool.
Unless there is, check your legs, Oz. Quickly.
Alright, hang
quickly. Quickly.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm fine.
There you go, Mad.
Nice.
I will be right back.
Alright.
Okay.
But just know that Athos is up for doing actual lockpicking and or exploring before everyone else scouts.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we?
I'll have Arthos up with me, more than likely.
Is the door open? Did we get in?
No, this is
This is
not-
backtracking just a little bit. The
Aw.
second drawer,
Sure.
Yes. The second drawer has a bottle
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, we got
of some kind of liquid. It's colored liquid, so questionable what that is.
Can I
What
inspect it to
color is
discover
it?
what it is?
Kind of a tannish color.
Ooh. Mm. Is it a pop top? Is it a stopper?
It is a stopper top. Yes.
All right, I'm going to take it off. Does it smell like anything?
Mm. Strong foul scent.
Anything in particular, or just bad?
It is a foul scent. It like
Cool.
a strong vinegary scent.
Potion of tasting bad. I put it back on and I kind of blink, like when you cut onions, and
Mm-hmm.
I put it in my bag. I'm gonna call it the potion of tasting bad. Of smell bad, because
Imagine it, I just love the idea of Ryle identifying potions with his ability, because he just kind of stares at it for a bit. It's just like, yes, this is a potion of no taste good.
I don't know. At some point, probably now, I will ask someone to identify it.
As you do.
What can I do? What check do I make, Guru?
Please, a check to identify a potion involves you tasting it.
Yeah. It's basically a taste check, mostly due to the fact that you can't exactly tell. Like granted, the smell is a very vinegary smell.
I'm not just gonna let her taste it.
When did Muriel get in this fucking castle and start cooking?
It's vinegar.
Kindly, please let me use the spell. Can I please cast it?
What spell?
Can I cast it?
What spell?
Identify. Identify.
Sure. You want to let him hold it for 10
See if
minutes?
it's magic.
We can do it while we're walking, yeah.
Okay. So you guys give him the bottle to hold while you guys are. This is after the fight at this point.
Yeah. I give him the stern instructions not to taste it because I want to taste it first.
I'm not a fucking idiot.
Uh,
Also, while
Yes.
I'm walking and identifying, I'd like to say something to someone.
Who?
yes.
Taru.
Yes.
Uh,
What would you
So-
like to say?
Ryle would walk next to you, and he'd go, "So I fuck with you a good bit, right?
I'd say.
Do you quite understand what it would mean if I didn't fuck with you?"
You would let me be in peace?
He just puts his hand on your shoulder while looking at the potion still. It means I wouldn't care. He just fucking roughly pats your back.
Is this supposed to make me feel better?
It's the closest thing from a compliment you'll ever get from me, twat.
Not a very good compliment.
He Ask the rest of the party how their compliments have been. He just continues identifying it.
Yeah.
He
Davis
probably stands there, starts thinking, wait, no one else has complimented me.
And Ryle hasn't complimented anyone else, really.
Yes.
Erthos, but that was more in private.
Yeah.
Nieves will pat Silveros again on the arm.
Do you have a compliment for me?
She's gonna pat him several times.
He just
At this point,
kinda-
it's just lightly bonking the armor.
He's just like, and he just kind of nods, like, okay. He's taking the L.
Wait, I'm sorry.
It's slowly settling
What?
in. The only person that's ever complimented him now is Ryle.
What have I missed? I just like tuned in for a second.
Ryle basically said, in a Ryle way, he basically said, "I only do it because I kind of like you." Like, I'm only messing with you because I kind of like you. And he's like, "What was that supposed to mean?" He said, and then Ryle just responded with, "That's the closest thing to a compliment you're ever getting from me."
Oh my
twat."
fucking god!
And he just goes, "Not a good compliment." And Ryle just goes, "How many compliments have you gotten this far?" It just hit him that no one's complimented him.
I like the chain you have on your glasses because it means you won't lose them. I think that means you came prepared.
Again, I thought you didn't like him. Why are you complimenting him?
I feel
Thank you.
bad.
I feel bad! Thank you.
I like the
He
honesty.
knows it's just a pity compliment.
Do you
At
have any
least
character
Ryan.
butters?
At least Riles came from the heart.
And Cassio put her hand on his shoulder. Even though I wish to punch you in the face, I will say that your intellect has been useful. She'll pat his shoulder.
We have both patted his shoulder.
Yo, I'm telling you, now that Riles pointed it out, it's only gonna be pity compliments.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's feeling any better.
I'm not saying shit. I'm
Yeah.
feeling confront with her at this.
The only reason you guys are complimenting him is because he felt bad about not getting
She
complimented.
looks at him. She looks at him. Believe me, I couldn't give a damn if you felt bad. I'm just pointing something out.
Thank you. It's nice to know where I stand.
Well, considering that the first words that you had other than the introduction, which go, "She totally did this! This is terrible bad idea!" Yeah, I'm not gonna have much sympathy for you.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
I'm sure you're not.
Nieves
She
is
doesn't
looking at
believe a
him like,
damn word.
Nieves is looking at him like, oh, poor baby. Oh.
Don't
Oh my
feel sorry
gosh.
for him, otherwise he's going to take it as it's time to be even more of a little bitch than he is.
Oh, does he really deserve that?
She looks at Nieves. Nieves, I watched you threaten to kill him. Why are you suddenly on his side?
When the rest of you are starting to be mean too. So now
I haven't done anything to him.
Oh.
Riles the nicest to him. Yes, good.
I
The
thought she was kind
realization's coming to him.
Yeah, Arthur's just neutral.
Eartha
I
is
suppose
just,
you
just
turned
vibing.
around to Cassie like you're talking like you're best friends with him or something. Like you've known him for years.
That's a great way to
Right,
set
no,
up. That's
what?
the way to set off to Cassie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is he looking at her? Wait, what? I'm sorry.
He's not
What
even
prompted
looking
that
at
one?
Cassie. He's currently just with Venera and stuff, but he's over here in the conversation.
I'm
He's
not
just
quite-
like, yeah.
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Just the way it sounded.
How did that sound like best friend talk?
Oh no, it just sounded like you know him.
Oh, believe me, no. I have one best friend, and it's not him.
Who is it?
She kind of looks at
Uh.
Nieves incredulously. Yeah!
It's me. She loves me. Every bit of my being she loves.
Absolutely. Can't you just tell? And she'll hug Ryle exceptionally tightly.
I mean she loved me so much she got with my sister.
No, I just love you, sister.
Nieves will take a
You
spool of
fucking
silk
nice.
out of her bag
how
and
do you-
hand it
No,
to...
she looks at Nieves. No, you couldn't actually be serious with that question. You're supposed to be smart. You are smart.
Book boy.
So
Oh.
what's happening out front with Venera?
By the way, Ryle in this entire conversation has looked at no one. He's just staring at the vial.
I mean, good for him.
Just-
Nieves will take a spool of silk from her bed because she got it from fucking somewhere. From a cart, I think we found. And she will hand it to Silveros.
He looks at it. Did you want me to do something with this?
That's yours now.
A spool?
It's silk.
I'm not sure what I could do with this.
You're smart, so I think you'll find something for it. Right? You're pretty smart.
I will find a use for it, yes.
Got him.
Thank you, Nieves. He'll graciously take it, but...
He's gonna use it to hang himself.
With a silken rope, because that's what he's on.
Cause he's that much of a
That's what it's
bougie
like.
bitch. Yes.
Yeah. He's looking like he's not really feeling better, but he just pushes his glass up and moves on.
I can't tell if he's more sad about not getting complimented or the fact that it's Ryle that complimented him.
He has very mixed feelings right now.
Oh, poor little guy.
It's okay. He's fine. He's a grown man. He'll get over it.
Yes.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on in the front?
Yeah, what is going on in the front?
At the doors and such.
We're moving through the doors down the hallway.
So you're moving towards the ballroom.
No, the other doors.
The other door, the one that the guy ran down?
That's correct.
The one that also leads to the ballroom.
How many doors lead to the ballroom?
The two doors that, the one that he ran down and the other door both lead to the ballroom.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I suppose so.
Well, so I don't walk into a ballroom full of ghosts with my pants down, so to speak.
Yeah, I'll at least give Ryle enough time to finish casting potion. We'll stop like 20 feet before the ballroom.
Okay, so you're gonna try and like peek around to try and.
What's wrong casting?
Identify on a thing that
Oh yes, non-magical.
Non-magical? Okay, you just toss it to Venora.
This will keep going into the ball.
Well, wait, before we go into the ballroom, I have an idea
It's too
about what might be a trap. I have an idea. Big brain idea. Well, so, my father always taught me, right? That you always try to fit in when you're in a new scenario. So, he just holds his hand out to Venora. Would you like to dance through the ballroom to the open door? Or the other door? And he's just holding his hand out.
She cocks her head at that and just kind of shrugs.
I'll try my best not to step on your feet.
Let's try with your big ass feet. And he just starts taking it through. And Ryle's gonna start a waltz through the through the ballroom.
Is this really a wise idea? Are we all gonna do
I
that?
think the worst part is it might not even be a waltz. So
I don't know,
be
whatever the
waltzing
ball.
while everyone else is doing
Yeah,
something.
whatever the dance is, Guru. Sure, yeah.
It is
Whatever the dance
vaguely
is,
waltz-like.
Yeah, so yeah, a waltz type thing. Ryle with Venora through the ballroom, trying to
I'm
fit
leading.
in. Like hell you are. You probably don't even know how to dance.
Let me test that.
Strength check, strength contest to see who's leading.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
I'm fine with that, brother. But didn't roll perfect.
Ah, shit. I forget.
That's a natural one.
It is a natural one.
Yeah,
I'm leading, motherfucker.
Yeah.
he is leading.
I don't even know if Earthos knows how to dance, to be honest.
Yes, you do. You're from the royal family. If nothing else, you were taught it to make sure that you wouldn't step on people's feet.
Okay. Is there a waltz for single people?
Technically no, but that's just called dancing. So technically
That's
yes.
called the Cupid Shuffle.
Basically.
Does-
He's gonna.
Let him finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
He'll just wait for everyone else.
Are we all gonna do that?
Do they dance across, like, fine? They don't get hurt or nothing?
I imagine they're trying to dance in between the ghosts, and the ghosts, as you are doing that, are also going to be dancing around to essentially make room for you.
So, do they seem to be? So they do seem to be paying attention to
Vaguely, yes.
us.
They seem to be at the very least.
By nodding.
Like
I pay my respects by just nodding to them. You know.
Yep. One of them, like
they acknowledge us. I want to acknowledge them back.
you give them a nod, and one of the faces as like they're like moving around you, does that like that spectral. The head turns before it turns, and then there's the ghostly image of it turning to match with the head turning. And then it like it's very, very strange to see it nod back, because it's like his head just suddenly down, and then there's this.
Alright.
So it seems to work.
It does seem to work. Being polite seems to work.
Okay.
Is there an edge to the door to the ballroom?
Yeah, there is a large centralized doorway on what would have been the far end of the room, as well as another larger set of doors on the opposite side of the room.
But I mean, is the ballroom is like the dance floor?
Yes.
Like is that like a section of the center of the room with like a walkway around the edge, or?
If you wanted to go around the edge of it, you could. Yes.
The insurer says we'll try. If they look at him weird, he'll exit.
Neva's gonna look to the others. Who's still here?
Yeah, it's just like, who's gonna ask me to dance?
First.
Let's. I think maybe we should do the same. Just gonna look at between the people who are still.
It seems to be working. Huh.
Okay, come here.
So that would leave Cassie and Earthos
Yeah.
of the last pair if they wanted to do that.
Wait, did the
And then
others say
Va-
come here to Silveros?
Yeah, he's closest. She's sitting closest to him.
He looks at her and he's like, you wanted to do it then?
Yeah, come here.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. He's flustering. He clears his throat and offers very gentlemanly.
My lady.
You know the pose.
Okay, Neva takes his hand and does whatever. She probably follows his lead because she's never fucking done this before, so.
Fair enough.
She's
Silveros
trying.
has. Silveros has. He actually is probably decent at dancing. You know him.
He has a little bit of sweat on his like upper lip though as you start dancing.
Yeah,
Just-
not because of simp reasons, but because we're in the middle of ghosts. He's freaking out a little
No,
bit.
it's because of simp reasons.
Could be both.
Could be both. His
lip is
posture is nice
sweaty.
though.
Guru.
Yes.
Raul's gonna enjoy it for a second. He's
Okay.
just stop for him free fit. He's just gonna enjoy dancing.
Okay.
Just like once he's more in the middle, he's gonna stop moving with Venrora and just start dancing with her a little. And
Fair
then he'll
enough.
continue maybe like a minute after. He wants to have some fun while he's here.
That's fair.
Bitch, I'm gonna go to where Silveros goes. I imagine he just cuts across the room because he doesn't want to fuck with the ghosts.
Yeah,
Fair.
I
It's the
mean,
two different types of couples. The one that just wants to get the fuck out, and then the shithead ones
I was gonna
that are
say,
just like, yeah, let's have fun.
he's probably gonna pause around Ryle and Venrora.
Hi, Ryle.
Wild dancing.
Hi, Venrora.
makes- Yeah, he's wild dancing. He's gonna be like, should we not be trying to get to the other side of the room?
I mean, what's the rush? He's just dancing.
Nice form.
I don't have a say in it.
I don't have a what?
I don't have a say in this.
I mean, you do, but you haven't contested it.
I like this.
It's
This is
enough
fun.
to know that I could just pick you up and walk you over there.
Exactly. So that means you like it too.
It means I'm not annoyed yet.
Ha. That's a win in my book. I take it where I can get it.
Yes, well, we're gonna go across before the ghost change their mind.
One
And
second.
he's gonna continue.
Round wants to dip. Round's gonna try to dip. And then he will continue to go.
Okay.
Dip. Fuck, okay, continue.
Fair.
I can't do the thing where I spin her with her arm above her head.
Right.
No,
But
You're a little short on that.
with how absolutely ripped and compact Ryle is, I think he's fully capable of dip.
I don't know how physically that's capable, but okay.
Yo,
You're gonna
he's
try and
not-
what?
Ryle is jacked, dude.
You're gonna try to what, buddy?
Dip, baby.
Oh man, I am more
different.
than twice your height. You are welcome to give it a whirl.
Think about it. I'm as strong as you, and you're not almost twice. my height.
No,
Thank you very much.
you are
But-
close to being as strong as I am, but I do have an edge over you.
You have a 19. Same
No,
modifier.
I have. Fuck, what's it called?
Powerful build.
That's the one. I can literally lift as much as a large creature.
Cool.
Go off.
Okay, so I'm back. By the way, Discord kicked me out.
You're fine.
Back.
Wait, Paris, where'd you go away?
I went like a while ago. It even says
So,
be right back.
What Ryle did was we were going into the room with the ghost in it. Ryle took Vinrora's hand and started leading her into a waltz through the room. Paris, we haven't been attacked yet, and we're in the middle of them.
Nice.
And Ryle just kind of stood here for a minute to enjoy the dance, and now he's trying to dip her and then bounce.
Nieves and Silveros followed.
Yep.
Wow.
Now all that's left is Vatha and Lux, and then you and Arthos.
Earthos is trying to skirt around the room. Is that working?
Yeah.
Just like the wallflower she is, Cassie is left alone.
Never got asked to prom.
Oh dear.
Cassie will just stay standing over there, I guess.
You could dance with Vatha.
Is the thing for
I'm
Earthos
not-
working or what?
Why?
Guru.
Hmm?
Is Arthos trying to sneak on the side working?
I mean, if he's just, walking around the edge of it, none of the ghosts are bothering him.
Okay.
Because Arthos is going around the side, one thing he will note is that all the ones who are dancing are dancing, but as he's walking past, at some point he'll notice that there is a group of souls that seem to be the ones playing the instruments that is hauntingly playing in this room. No one else notices this. He is the one.
Jazz music stops me.
Yeah. Alright, well. Neat. Yeah, we'll just keep walking to the other side.
The majority of them, by the way, are tieflings.
Tieflings. Interesting.
Hmm.
Huh. Well, that's weird.
Like, only one of them is not a tiefling, and they're ghostly, so you can't tell exactly what they are, but they have a human visage.
Visage.
So strange. Is there any? I don't know if there's a rule or anything that might help Severos explain why they're all tieflings.
You can't see it. You're not walking around the edge. You're dancing through the middle.
Oh. Okay.
The only reason he
I
sees it
didn't
is because
know-
he's not distracted by all the other ghosts.
Oh, okay. You mean just the ones playing music are tiefling?
Yes.
Oh, what about the ones dancing though?
A variety of different races. Most of them medium, although you do have to kind of... No, you don't have to do anything. You do see a few of the smaller races either swinging past you or swinging with larger, medium-sized humanoids.
Okay. Ooh. How
I
is
hate you,
Cassie-
Butters.
How's Cassie getting across the room?
She's not. She doesn't know how.
She sees Earthos going around the side at least.
She sees
Or
him
she-
moving quietly, which she knows she can't.
Or
not
she
even
could
stealthing.
ride Lux over. Probably. Is there enough room?
Yeah, Arthos isn't stealthing, he's just walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just big
Oh,
chill
God.
and walking. Yeah.
She'll try and go around then.
Vatha just walks with her head high, acting like she owns the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what Paris is going to consider for how she's going to get through this, because she
I
seems to
think
be...
she just said she's just walking.
You're just going to walk?
Just walking along the edge.
Okay. You also will notice that the on the other side of the room, the people playing the music appear to be... Majority is tieflings.
Good.
Hmm.
Do you know somehow in like a waltz/dance they'll trade partners?
Yes.
Butters.
I wanted to dance with a ghost girl.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Make a
Look,
charisma check.
Ryle,
If there's anything you're good at.
look, Ryle doesn't like dungeons, just like Butters. He finds them boring. But he sees this, it's time to try to have fun. I love it. There's an 18 charisma, it's not awful. That's a big 11.
You dance with, dance around, you turn around to be like, offer yourself to another person, a ghost, and the ones around you don't seem fully...
Could it have been a persuasion?
It would not have been. This is charisma just from your dancing. I know that would have been better, but they just kind of like, They kind of like give you like they look at you and kind of give you no thanks, and then they go back to dancing with the person they were dancing with.
I bought this occurring because I'm not occupied.
I'm in the middle of them.
Yeah.
I can't tell how opaque or how translucent they are.
With all the other stuff going around, you might see it, but vaguely at most.
I want to try to dance with a ghost. That was
I don't even want to see him. I don't even want to see him being denied. I'm just curious if I see him even offering himself.
You see them moving through. Yep.
Can I extend my hand with a kind of like magical effect to try with prestidigitation, maybe like a green swirl, to try to look fancier?
Oh my god.
You can do it. They don't seem incredibly impressed.
I'm just trying to sound fancy. I'm trying to get something. I'm a squirrel trying to bust a nut. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
I'm partially curious, but I don't know if Cassie would. Nah, she'll just keep walking.
Does Silvero see Ryle trying?
I mean, I guess we're in close proximity, so maybe.
That's what I was wondering. Dawn, are you
Butters got
close?
yeeted.
Oh.
He's
Nice.
back.
Butters.
Huh?
Dawn, are you there?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got kicked out of Discord. I don't know what happened.
Does Silveros or Nieves see Ryle doing this?
I mean, if you're close enough to, yeah.
I figured they were close enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd allow it.
You.
Yeah, Silveros will just probably say something like, Ryle, what are you doing?
I'm trying to have fucking fun.
They don't
Fuck you.
seem to be that bothered.
Yeah, these people seem cool. And he goes back to just dancing with Fenora. What? You don't want to try something like dancing with a ghost?
I like to be safe. I find life very enjoyable.
Well,
rather
if you
not
don't do
risk it.
something exciting from time to time, what's the point of being alive?
Oh my god, do I hear them fucking bickering? 'Cause that sounds so loud.
With the music, it's vaguely loud, not like loud enough for you to overhear what they're saying, but enough to be like, yeah, they're talking about something over there.
Nieves
Sometimes.
Oh, sorry.
You just gotta live life, alright? And Silveros, for what I'm saying about you, I don't know if you live it enough.
I live it plenty, thank you.
Nieves gonna lift her hand and just pat his cheek.
That doesn't seem to please him.
It doesn't seem to make him happy.
No.
It's not hard. It's very gentle.
It feels like a pity pat to him. He doesn't like it.
Pay attention to me!
Oh my
she's a funny
god!
There's
girlfriend.
no way she says
my
that,
God.
right?
What?
There's no
She doesn't
physical way she
say
says that.
does she?
She says it like more trembly, but she's like, stop fucking fighting! Pay attention. She's like trying to get them to stop fighting. And this, in her experience, works.
She does say pay attention to me, though?
Yeah.
Well, that is gonna snap his attention, alright.
Oh
What
my
way
god.
is it snapping his attention?
Let's get across the room. So, I don't know if fighting is gonna make the ghosts mad or not.
It's not fighting, it's a conversation.
Severus will kind of perk up his posture a little bit better, and
Oh my god.
He's gonna get a little bit more lively.
The
He's actually gonna
sim!
be fancier.
I'm gonna bring Venora to the other side of the room. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's get this
She's
done with.
going to just walk into the next room.
Okay.
Nieves is trying to get Silvaros across the room
Just doesn't
as
care
effectively as possible.
Arthos doesn't like fun.
Silveros is showing off now. He knows how to dance, so now he's showing it off.
Oh, are you kidding me? If it hastens, it like
Roll
delays.
performance. Roll
It
performance.
slows it down.
It slows down.
Yeah, because he's being show off now.
Damn it! Fuck. Oh, Nieves doesn't know how to deal with this now. Shit.
Oh wait, I just realized all the people she knows going out and dancing while she's stuck not being able to dance. Cassie's getting elementary flashbacks, isn't she?
Not
little bit.
elementary.
Oh man,
Yeah.
flashbacks though.
If it
One-
if it takes too fucking long, Neva's gonna look at him like, I saw
not-
Cassie and Earthos going to the other
Oh,
room.
Ryle
Maybe
and
we
Vapa.
should.
No, I mean Ryle and Venrora and Vapa though too now. They bounced and not them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
not that.
Earthos is already gone.
Yeah, Cassie and Earthos are already gone.
Fair enough.
He's not gonna be too far behind Rock.
Okay,
He's not
good,
gonna
good,
slow
good,
down
good,
that bad.
good.
Watch you two get jumped and you're just dead by the time us
Yeah,
four
she's
get
like-
there.
And it'll be all your fault.
Nope. You shouldn't have walked ahead of us.
around. Near the end of the other side of the room, though, Silveris will be very dramatic, dipping
Oh my God.
Nieves and everything, very formal.
Bite him! Please, bite him!
She squawks. I can't even make the noise.
He's smiling, very gentlemanlike, and then when he's done dancing, he does the formal bow and everything.
I'm gonna puke.
Oh yeah, he's like that.
Mad. Mad. At the end of the dance, he flicks his hand, and a green rose, like instead of red rose, a green rose appears in his hand, and he hands it out to you.
I take it.
And then it puffs into like a big green cloud. After you, he just looks at Venora.
Alright, what do we see while they all been doing this?
Well, they all been.
Because we've probably been in the room for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not for 5 minutes. Maybe like a few minutes, but not 5.
5 minutes is a few.
A few is close to like 3.
That's what I always think. Go ahead. Continue though. They
No worries.
probably do get to the other side first.
So you guys walk down the hallway. How are you doing it, just to be clear?
I just assumed casually.
Okay, cool. So you guys
I
casually
will
walk.
say, I will precedence this. Lux is with me.
Mm-hmm. So you guys walk down. It's not hard to do that at all. That being said, as you guys, excuse me, get to another area, you see a. No, that's not the right way of phrasing it. You see the rubble of a door. And in front of that rubble and door are a number of statues, similar to the ones that you saw upstairs. This one in various states of either looking like they are fighting each other, looking back towards the door, or looking like they are trying to run away, depending on where they are in relation to the door. The ones closest to you look like they're like trying to turn and run.
What, and they're turned to stone, are they?
Yes, all of them. A good, you'd say, at this point it would have been 26,
Oh jeez, I got the axe out.
with
Well, we're
8
not
of
there
them
You're not there.
with 8 of them with wings. Yeah, you're not there yet.
Oh,
Imagine we get there and they're fucking stone. Omega lol.
oh no.
Like
Earthos
this look.
will bring Cassie close.
She looks really confused.
You're seeing this
Hugging
too.
yourself. You look like you're about to have a heart attack.
It's not fear that's on her face.
Why are you hugging yourself?
Just sad.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, then he'd bring you close anyway.
Still confused.
He'll give
sorry.
your shoulder a good few rubs. And let go.
I'll tell you later.
Alright.
And she'll start walking forward.
Okay.
We keep an eye out for 80 movement.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I got bit by a mimic in my game.
I will.
Oh fuck! I rolled to GM shit.
20 perception check from her.
15 from
Okay. With a 15, you are looking around. It's not what you see so much as you hear a number of bits of movement. And as you're entering into the next room, you see in front of you, very clearly, you both see there's a number of furbolgs. You say about 6 of them.
Alive or stoned?
Alive. These ones are alive. Who are in the middle of doing something. You can't see exactly what it is. However, they seem to be holding their hands upwards. There's there is a level above this with like a little platform that has a furbolg that is very tribally ornamented, that is looking down on this, and in between all of these entities floating in the middle of the air is a book that is surrounded with various huge pulsating energy.
Oh,
And that is where I'm going to say we're going to end the session.
by the way,
Crap.
Guru, I have a question.
Mm.
If Paris is casting Pass Without a Trace, which I think is verbal, is it verbal, Paris? What is it?
Yeah, it's verbal, but it would probably be a sleight of hand or a stealth to see if I can do it quietly. Actually, wait, are they making any noise or are they just there?
They're making some noise, but the guy who is up there can clearly see you both walk
Oh,
in.
then fuck this, never mind.
You guys did kind of wait a while to stealth, being fair.
Yes.
Huh? No, if they didn't notice us, I was gonna do that and then just fucking immediately
Boss
stealth.
fight. Boss fight.
Boss,
Boss fight.
anyway.
we will find out what happens with that.
Wait.
Hmm?
How far behind are the rest of us?
At least 2 minutes,
Yeah.
2-3 minutes.
Guys.
This is what happens when you take time dancing, Ryle.
It's more like this
No.
is what happens when the other two walk off.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting blamed for this. They
Cassie wasn't gonna sit around and watch it. It did nothing but remind her of Jarvis, and she was not ready to go into a depressing
Yeah.
episode.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, it's just a fact. If they fight you guys now, and that's a fight built for all 6 of us.
Alright, buddies, I get it.
I have
Hey,
2
that's
diamonds.
unfortunate.
I have 2 third level spell slots.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We'll see.
Well,
It's not us wasting time.
Or
so,
3.
You know.
I think I actually have 3 third level spell
Hey,
slots.
problem is, we're 2 minutes behind. Reveal fight only works if they die within a minute.
Maybe we'll figure it out.
Oh.
Jairus is gonna, if they do die, Jairus is getting a piece of her mind, though.
Oh no.
It's his fault.
You mean Gyrus or Silveros?
No. Both.
Both? Fair.
Both
fair.
of Tara's characters stressed me out so much.
I'm so sorry.
They're such a handful.
Anyway, this is session's over, right? Go ahead and wrap it up, Dawn.
Yeah, no worries. But yes, with that being said, with fun to have next session, we'll see you all next time. We've been What Team Comp, and this has been us being dicks to each other and loving life. Bye-bye!